Welcome to a Song of Ice and Fire Symposium. My name is Nav, and my pronouns are they, them.
And my name's Harmit, and my pronouns are Hershey, like the chocolate.
And this is a Feast of Crows. No, it's not. No, it's not. I got through the whole book saying it correctly, and then on the very last one, I messed up. And this is a Feast for Crows, the wrap-up. In this episode, I once again have an itemized list of things to go through, so we better get to it. Welcome to the podcast, everyone. So, Harmit, who died in this book? I don't know. That's not actually what I didn't. I did do that for the Storm of Swords wrap up, but that was like there was like a ridiculous amount of people that died in that book.
Yeah,
I don't think any main characters died in this book, right?
I don't think so. Watch us be completely wrong.
Like unless Brienne got hanged at the end of hers.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that, I think it was just kind of, oh god, what was his name? I got so attached to him.
Nimble Dick?
Yes! I love how you knew exactly what I was talking about. Nimble Dick. It was so funny seeing people's thoughts. People be like, yeah, until you, made me feel bad for him, I didn't actually even stop to think about him. He was just a guy who died.
Yeah. Okay, moment of silence for our very beloved Nimble Dick.
Yeah. That's kind of it. We're genuinely doing this?
Yeah, I was doing my moment of silence and you kept laughing through it, so I guess that's fine. How disrespectful.
Hey, I've been mourning him for months, okay?
Okay, all right. So, I know we're here to talk about A Feast for Crows, right? And all of that. But I want to start this podcast by talking about something completely different.
Okay, cool.
So last week I read Sunrise on the Reaping, right?
Yes.
So I'm on my Hunger Games bullshit right now, right?
Yes. No spoilers.
I will not spoil anyone.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to spoil anything. I just wanted, so because we do this podcast, anytime I'm reading something, watching something, I'm always like, what would this be like in our podcast format, right? Of course, I can't do that with you with the Hunger Games because you've already read them. We both read them, right? But imagine, I just had the most diabolical idea. I was like, what if I could find a guinea pig and then make them read Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes first and then work chronologically from there?
Oh god. And then it's Sunrise on the Reaping and then you finally get to the main series.
Yeah, and they're reading the songbirds, Snakes and Songbirds. Yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, our protagonist, and then they everybody who's read the trilogy goes into that book knowing that Snow's evil. Oh yeah, I guess there are spoilers for Songbirds and Snakes. Ballad of Songbirds.
That's fine. She came out 2.5 years ago.
More than that, I think. But yeah.
Oh wait, that was the movie. Yeah, the movie came out 2.5 years ago. Yeah, the book has literally been out for 5 years, you guys.
Yeah, so if you haven't read that, I'm sorry. But what I want to I was like, that would be such a fun sadistic way of doing it.
Dude, you know it's so funny? When I started the book, I had the exact same thought because I had a friend who's read all of the books, the three main, the trilogy and then the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And we start talking about Sunrise on the Reaping and this is a week before it's come out. So we have nothing to talk about. We're just excited. And she's and I'm like, yeah, but I'm really worried about the ending. I'm scared, And she's like, Harmit, don't spoil. And I was like, girl, you've read the main series and this is Haymitch's story. You think we're getting a happy ending? And I think she just genuinely hadn't stopped to consider what was good. And then she was like, oh, wait. And I felt so bad, but I was like, you've read the main series. I don't think I'm spoiling you when I say, remember where we left off with Haymitch?
Yeah.
But it literally made me think. I was like, imagine you read Sunrise on the Reaping and you're just like, yeah, just this 16-year-old boy trying to get through life.
Yeah.
And you're like, maybe he makes it through. He is our protagonist after all. And then you just don't really know what that's even going to look like.
Yup. Anyway, so what we're saying, or what I'm saying at least, is if you have a friend or somebody you know who hasn't read the series, make them that guinea pig, create a podcast, tell me so I can listen to it for my own sadistic pleasure.
That's so funny. Oh my God.
That's all I have to say.
Oh my God. I bet you we're going to see that happen though.
Yeah, or like if that already exists, let me know, because I would love that. Okay, anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming. I needed to get that off my chest because I like.
Did you finish Sunrise on the Reaping?
Oh yeah, I read it in like a day and a half.
Oh my God, amazing. Oh.
Yeah, I just couldn't read it the day it came out because it was like the middle of the week and I had like a billion things going on, but I read it over the weekend and it was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will not say more things.
Slay. This is a good time for a PSA to the listeners too. I'm like really sick right now. So if I sound different or if like there's a cough that gets missed in there, like I'm sorry, but yeah, brain is
today
kind
the
of
coughing to be edited out belongs to Harmouth. Unlike usual.
Unlike usual. But yeah, so because of that, it was like I started reading it and then I just was like, I need to put it aside until my brain is okay. Because it literally was like I had so much brain fog, you guys, and usually I don't have that when I'm sick, but it's okay, we're slowly getting over it.
Yes. Okay. Feast for Crows. All right, so we got a bunch of emails and like thoughts and like there's a lot to go through. So I have kind of created like a way to get through everything that won't be tedious, you know? Like when you're predicting like 20 characters in a row, it gets boring, like that kind of thing. So I like split up all the things. And for people who sent emails, I'm not going to read them in order I received them. I just put them in the way that I thought would go best with the outline I have going on. So
oh my God,
if you sent your email like ages ago and you're like, they haven't read it, it's because it's coming. It just, it might be the last one, even though you sent it first. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, little evil genius planning.
Yeah. So the first thing I have is not an email. It's from Alex on Discord. And this is about the last chapters we read. And I just thought it was like a really well thought out like analysis. I think, okay, so last time we recorded, I just haven't been feeling well. Like I think last time was an exceptionally unwell day for me. So I didn't get to like go into that Jamie chapter, which I love so much, the way I would have wanted to, and Alex kind of does it a little bit, so I'm gonna read it, okay? All right, so Alex says, the second part of this Jamie chapter is probably my favorite sequence in the series. It's not as hyped as the Red Wedding of the story, but I think it's brilliant. People love, no, put this in the fire of it all, but what comes before it is even better. The dream sequence is full of melancholy, grief, profound sadness. It's the culmination of the book-long requiem. Wait, how do you... Requiem? What? Requiem, thank you. I promise I know the word. Requiem for Tywin Lannister. I just ruined that beautiful sentence. Sorry, Alex. We all dream of things we cannot have. Tywin dreamed that his son would be a great knight, that his daughter would be a queen. He dreamed that they would be strong and brave and beautiful, that no one would ever laugh at them. I am a knight, he told her, and Cersei is a queen. A tear rolled down her cheek. The woman raised her hood again and turned her back on him. Jamie called after her, but already she was moving away, her skirt whispering lullabies as it brushed across the floor. Don't leave me, he wanted to call, but of course she had left them long ago. And this is like now Alex's commentary on that. I love the symmetry of it. The book started with Tywin's funeral, Jamie guarding his body and Cersei coming to him, and it ends with the same imagery. I adore the prose. The dream has some of the most beautiful passages George has ever written. I have a pretty hard time visualizing things when I read the books, yet I can see this scene in my head. And the I am a knight and Cersei is a queen is such a great summary of Tywin's life work. They are where he wanted them to be, yet no one is happier for it. Then Jamie wakes up and sees snow in the Riverlands, and after the whole book of seeing the consequences of the war, burned fields, ravaged villages, we see the cold breath of winter approaching. Snow in the Riverlands. If it was snowing here, it could well be snowing on Lannisport as well, and on King's Landing. Winter is marching south, and half our granaries are empty. Any crops still in the field, we're doomed. There would be no more plantings, no more hopes of one last harvest. He found himself wondering what his father would do to feed the realm before he remembered that Tywin Lannister was dead. Oh. And now back to Alex's commentary. And once again, we come back to Tywin. Tywin, whose authority is so engraved in Jaime's psyche that the first instinct when confronted with the dangers of upcoming winter is to think that his dad is going to fix it. Oh. And a broken, horrifying realization he won't. Tywin Lannister is dead. He left a broken kingdom, and it will be you who's dealing with the consequences. That reminds me of some other things. And then we get Cersei's letter and Jaime refusing to help. Perfection.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
I just like that Alex dug deeper into those the feelings of all that. And
I what I really liked was it was different than the things that I was picking up on. I love when because there were because I was thinking more about the mommy issues of it all and the Cersei issues of it all, and Alex had almost a more I don't know,
the daddy issues.
Daddy issues, true, but also a more a more logical approach to it. So it was just you know it's fun when people pull out different things that you weren't thinking of when you were reading it. So it was cool. Yeah,
but the part where he's oh, I wonder how my dad's gonna fix it all, and then he's oh wait, he can't.
Yeah,
I gotta, or we have to deal with it. I mean, that's the worst realization of growing up. Can I go be 6 again, please?
Yeah. Oh my god, I don't remember what it was, but I was watching something recently, and they were I just miss being able to go to someone and they can just fix all your problems, or at least there's that illusion, at the very least it's you tell your parents and you're see, my parents are gonna solve this problem, whether they won't, but it's just the illusion of that. And I wanted to cry because I was damn, I missed that too. It was fun to pretend we all just had, it was fun to pretend people had control, and I was just too young to have the control. That was the only problem. Not that oh no, nobody actually has control. That's the real issue,
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Thank you, Alex.
Also so hits as one of the generations that's gonna have to deal with the repercussions of all the damage we've done to our climate. Also rings true for that.
Yeah.
So lovely, but thank you, Alex. I thought I wanted to give more to this chapter, and Alex helped with that, so great. Okay, next up we have an email. It is from Pauline, and Pauline has written before, so it's titled Wrap Up. Dear Nav and Harmouth / Harmouth and Nav, love you both equally. Folks, you can put Harmouth and Nav. It doesn't make a difference to me, but I think it makes Harmouth happy. So just do that. It's all cool. But I appreciate the parody you did here, Pauline. Okay, so I've been caught up for a while now and had to adjust to having to wait for 2 weeks to finally be able to listen to you again. However, that also gives me the chance to contribute my thoughts to your wrap-up episode of Book 4, of which there are many.
Oh, yay!
First, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm pretty sure that George R. R. Martin confirmed in one of his gazillion interviews, or in a tweet or something, sounds very reliable, I know, that he just messed up the difference between Jane's hips, implying that her hips being narrow does not suggest a secret identity or her actually being pregnant or leading a secret rebellion or something. I don't have any kind of proof to back up this statement. I just heard it in an episode from Maester Monthly, and I thought I would share it because those guys usually know what they're talking about. Not that you don't. I mean, Harmouth doesn't have a clue, of course, but Nav is very knowledgeable. I just meant, love you.
Oh my god.
All I wanted to say is that Jane's hips are no secret clue of any kind. This sentence being read out of context sounds very weird. Even in context, it sounds weird. As does almost every theory in the Song of Ice and Fire books. See Tyrion being the time-traveling child of Dany and Drogo. But you know, Varys is most definitely a mermaid. Anyway. Yeah, so about this hips thing, apparently, the newer, so MS Rose on Discord also said that the newer editions of A Feast for Crows, like, removed that line completely and there's no mention of her hips. Like I said, I personally never bought it, but I could, like, see people, like, just going wild over it.
Oh my god. Her hips don't lie, guys!
Yeah, like, I only bought my book last year, and it's, like, it was a Kindle version, so I would have thought they would have updated it to the most recent, but they didn't, so I don't know.
Interesting.
But, yeah, so basically that's not a thing, is what everybody is saying.
Damn, no secret rebellion with the secret son of Rob underway.
Yeah. So thanks for clearing that up for us, Pauline and MS Rose. And Pauline continues, secondly, I wanted to share my general thoughts on the fourth book. In order to support my arguments, I would like Harmouth to do a 30-second summary for each of the POVs in book 4. And once you're done, I will present you with my summaries.
What the fuck?
I like how you think evilly, Pauline.
I will try. I guarantee absolutely nothing. I have no idea where any of these characters started off. If you could give me a starting point for each of them, this would go a lot better.
I'll tell you where they started.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I have Pauline later on says, like, to make it a bit easier, you can make the Iron Islands and the Dorne plot one summary each. So there's like 8 total to predict. So 4 minutes of summarizing, okay? But we'll do it one at a time. Okay, first up is Cersei.
Okay.
And her first chapter starts with like them discovering Tywin's body. Remember?
Okay, right. Okay, I have a vague... Okay, let's just get started before I forget.
All right. 3, 2, 1, Cersei.
Okay, Dad's dead. That sucks. I'm not gonna grieve. I'm just gonna drink. But this means I'm queen, so let me make my own bed and then have to go fucking lie in it. And she makes literally every single wrong decision that she ever could. She fires the wrong people. She hires the wrong people. Her whole, like, fucking, what's the people called? Council sucks. Giles is literally dying the whole time. She's fucking Lady Taina, and then what's the other guy? Fucking Qyburn. Yeah, she's working with like the shadiest people doing the shadiest shit.
Why are you getting so detailed?
I don't know. Okay.
Pauline's summary of Cersei is Cersei chills in King's Landing, is growing more and more paranoid, thinks she is smarter than she is, and schemes into nothingness until her own weirdly complicated, not thought out, and incredibly stupid scheme lands her in a cell.
That's a great summary. That's a beautiful summary.
Next up is Jaime. Jaime also starts with, like, his first chapter, I think, is him standing vigil over Tywin's body, but, like, he's there when they discover it and all of that.
Right. He just goes a lot further. Okay.
3, 2, 1, Jaime.
Dad dead. Oh no, weird. Cersei, what the fuck are you doing? Oh my god, Cersei's cheating on me? No way she couldn't. By the end, he's like, yeah, she's fucking cheating on me. She basically thwarts all of his plans and then sends him away. He has to, like, go deal with his cousin and, like, all the shit. And then at the end, he's like, break up with Cersei. And he's, like, trying to deal with all the shit. I don't know what to get into and what to not. Like,
all right, okay, well.
I don't know what's, like...
30 seconds now.
Okay.
All right. All right. Yeah, I mean, you did, like, yeah, so Jaime's summary, Pauline's summary for Jaime is Jaime chills at King's Landing, goes to River and takes it and breaks up with Cersei. So, kind of basically what you said.
Cool. Oh my god.
All right. Number 3. Brienne. Brienne.
Oh, this is gonna be hard. She goes fucking everywhere.
Right. I forget, does her chapter start with Jamie sending her off, or is that at the end of... No. I think Jamie gives her the sword and sends her off at the end of Storm of Swords.
Oh, okay. So where does she go first in this one?
Like, she's just traveling up the road, and that's when she, like, meets other hedge knights and stuff first, like...
Oh, right. This was, like, before all the sparrows bullshit.
Yeah, before she realizes that Podrick is following her.
Right, yes, okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1, Brienne.
Brienne traveling, not being subtle. Everyone knows who she is and what she's trying to do. Runs into Hyle, runs into that guy we saw later. Pod finds her, their partnership now. She just basically travels up and down the road, keeps getting caught, keeps having to fight her way out of shit, constantly at odds with the fucking, like, Vargos people and shit. And then eventually, you know, now she's caught by Catelyn and she has to decide whether she's killing Jamie.
Cool. Pauline summary is Brienne travels. It's boring. She meets Lady Stoneheart. Wow. Harsh.
That's so funny.
Listen, her chapters have a lot of introspective moments, okay?
Yes, yeah. It's not necessarily
and we get
about
favorite character, Nimble Dick, in them, so...
Right.
All right, next up we have Sam. 3, 2... Okay. Oh, Sam starts... Oh, he starts off at the wall with Jon telling him, you gotta go. So, 3, 2, 1, Sam.
Sam, Gilly, Maester Aemon, singer guy, on their way. On the way, he learns about Jon's betrayal. He's mad. They finally get to fucking Old Town and shit. Oh, he has sex with Gilly. He feels bad. And now he's like... Aemon dies. Dragons. And now he's gonna go be a maester. Alaris crossover, mage crossover. Mage leaves. He's apparently gonna be like a maester now.
All right, stop. I think you got most of it. Yeah,
I think so.
All right. Pauline summary is Sam travels, is miserable, and arrives at the Citadel.
Slay.
Also missing a lot of the introspective moments there, Pauline.
Oh my god.
Also, like, all the time with Maester Aemon, I feel like there's a lot there to dig into, too, you know?
Yeah, we just don't have time in a 30-second summary.
I think Pauline is painting a certain kind of a picture, and I am playing devil's advocate to it.
I see.
All right, so next up is Arya. She gets there? At the end of book 3, she gets on that boat to go to Braavos, and then I think we start the book 4 with her on the boat getting to Braavos.
Okay, got it. Cool.
All right, 3, 2, 1, Arya.
Okay, Braavos, completely lost, gets to the temple, does like some service. They finally are like, fine, you can do this, but like you don't really belong here. You're too Arya, you're too all these things. Then she like hides her stuff and she's like, I'm always gonna be Arya, but I'm not Arya. And then he sends her off to like go learn about the island and like all the things. She learns a bunch of shit, and then she comes back. He like fucking blinds her or something? Like what happens again? Blinds her, right?
Yeah. Well, she kills the singer.
Yes.
And as punishment, supposedly, they blind her.
Blinded. Okay.
Yeah. You missed the killing the singer part. That's pretty important.
Right. Yeah. But like she's killed people before.
Meet
that
Sam,
didn't stick
remember
out.
that?
Yes. Yeah. She's like traveling around, learning, helping Sam, killing Singer, coming back.
All right. Pauline summary is Arya trains to become a faceless man and is blinded because she killed the wrong guy. Oops.
That's kind of funny.
All right, next, Sansa. Last book ends with her aunt dying, being pushed out the moon door. This book starts with like we gotta convince people that it was Merlin who did it, and politicking and all that.
Yes, okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1, Sansa.
Okay, Merlin killed my aunt. Okay, guess it's lies we tell ourselves. It's okay. I'm basically this guy's mom now. And then all the journeys, and she's just kind of trying to deal with the day-to-day. And then Littlefinger's able to thwart the people's schemes, and she's like learning from that. And then basically at the end, they're going down, and she meets fucking
Miranda.
Miranda
That's
tells
time.
a little too much of her plan. And Littlefinger's gonna give her a bunch of shit. She's gonna be married to the guy.
Okay, stop.
She's gonna be heir. And eventually she's gonna get Winterfell.
All right, so Pauline's summary is Sansa chills at the Eyrie and becomes Robert's stepmother. Ick. Okay, that one's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Although her chapters are some of my favorites. Okay, so the next is Dorne as a whole, you know, like Arianne,
Right.
Sand Snakes,
Okay.
Doran, like all of that.
Okay, cool.
All right, so it begins like the first chapter we get is from Arya Hota's perspective, where he's
Right.
like they're meeting all the Sand Snakes and they're like, we want revenge.
Right, okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1, Dorne.
Oberyn dead. Everyone except for Doran also seems to be really fucking mad about it. Doran's just not really doing anything. They're all mad. Sand Snakes have plans. Sand Snakes get captured. Arianne has plan. Arianne gets captured because of her own people messing her up. Marcella's hurt. Fucking Aerys guy is dead. Aerys Oakheart is dead. And then eventually Doran is like, hey, Arianne, I have actually been doing all this shit. And no, I'm not trying to get your brother to replace you.
That's a minute. Half a minute. All right. Pauline's summary is Arianne plots to crown Marcella and fails. Very... I see neither of you mentioned your favorite Aerys Oakheart.
I mentioned Aerys. I said he died.
Oh, right. I guess I was like, I was expecting you to be like, oh, there's like this whole ship going, and then it didn't. It sank.
The ship sank. Oh my god.
All right. Lastly, the Iron Islands. So all the Greyjoys.
Oh,
Remember
god.
them?
Yes. Okay. I don't remember where we started. Was it like the King's Moot?
Well, kind of like before the King's Moot. The first chapter we get, I think, is Asha's, where she's like told that Euron has taken over the throne, and then oh no. The first chapter we get is Aeron Damphair.
Oh.
And he's like, oh, Euron can't be king. We gotta have a King's Moot. Like, he comes up with that scheme.
Right. Oh,
So-
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, Iron Islands.
Damphair's like, Euron sucks. We need to have a King's Moot. So Victorion leads. Haha, yay, my grand plan. Asha's like, guys, I'm gonna be a different ruler. I'm not gonna be like the rest. I'm gonna be like progressive and modern about it. They decide that they do not in fact want Victorion or Asha. They in fact want Euron, because he's promising them glory and all these things. He's like, look, I've seen the world. I can get you all the things, and look at my fucking dragon horn thingy majiggy.
That's half a minute.
And then he sends Victorion to go get Dany.
Asha disappears. Aeron's not heard of. Like,
Yeah, something like that.
all right. Pauline's summary is Arianne. No, wait. Every Greyjoy except Asha is bananas. Euron wins the King's Moot.
Real.
So
These are great
actually, that was a great
summaries.
idea, because like we summarized the book, and now all of like not the details, but the overall story is fresh in our minds.
Yeah.
So we know like going into the
What kind of
following-
happened in the book?
Yeah. So I'm so well. Yeah. Thank you, Pauline, for the email, but also thank you, me, for reading it first. Okay.
Oh my god.
In
Thank you,
conclusion-
Pauline.
No. Wait, there's more. In conclusion,
Oh.
except for a few exceptions, everyone either chills or travels without much happening. All this takes 1,104 pages. Now, I am not saying that this book is bad. I'm saying it could have been much shorter and it would have accomplished the same. It is very character focused and doesn't move much along in terms of plot. It is a setup book from I lost my It is a setup book, which might be okay if it were not followed by yet another book, which basically turns back time and shows us a story from even more perspectives, thus not showing us the result of the setup. it might be okay if this wasn't the last, and we have seen from most of our characters because George will never finish this series.
Yeah, I get the vibes.
I'm arguing that this book is too long for what it has accomplished, that Martin's editor must have been on a long vacation, and that book 4 and 5 could easily fit into one book. In Germany, we would say, oh, I do not know how to read German, hat schick words. All that being said, I still think the character work is interesting and well done, and I still enjoy this book, but it has many flaws in my opinion and could have done with some editing. A lot of editing.
That's so funny.
Half of the listeners will hate me now. Oh well. We don't hate you, Pauline. We just disagree.
That's so funny. This is exactly what I said when you told me about the POV bullshit. Because it literally is like, if this was not like the end, this would have been a cool artistic choice that we all could have been okay with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, yeah, if he had written book 6, it would be great. But yeah,
nobody would care. 6. Like, literally nobody would stand here and criticize book 4 if the series had just gone on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but that's not a criticism of book 4. That's a criticism of, like...
Well, yeah, that's just a criticism of, like, why isn't the series fucking over, you know?
Why has it been 14 years and there has been no book?
Yeah, this is like some sort of, like, you know when you're, like, a kid and your plan for your life is, like a joke? Like, and I don't know how else to explain it, but it's like, I feel like this is like George R. R. Martin was like 12 and he was like, one day I'm going to become a famous author. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to never finish. I'm going to make sure that I write one of the best series of all time and then never finish it. Like, you know, those are the kind of dreams that you sometimes have as an 11-year-old because you just really want to, like, punk the world. Like, that's just what you want. That feels like, you know what I'm saying? That feels like what this is. This is like something that he dreamed of when he was 13 and he was like really emo and like he really hated the world and he was like, I'm gonna ruin the world in this way. And then he was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it anyway.
That is quite the image of like a punky 11-year-old George R. R. Martin. Because I can't imagine him as anything but an old man. So like it's just him, but like in a smaller body, but like also in like an emo outfit.
Yeah. He's still got his like suspenders for some reason, but he's like 11.
Oh, I love that you like also noted the suspenders.
It's such a vibe. Like he's such a
little, like,
vibey.
hat.
Yes, he's such a vibey looking grandpa. Like, I wonder if his grandkids constantly have to deal with the question of, is your grandpa writing?
I don't think he has kids or grandkids.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't think so. Yeah,
does he have like a partner?
Yes.
Okay.
He does have a partner. I think her name's Paris. Like, I think he's like dedicated a book to her or thanked her or something.
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think they have kids. Not that it matters, but like, yada.
So there's no kids to go bother and question, basically.
Exactly. We are his kids that bother him all the time. Okay, so Pauline continues. I keep saying that, but I don't know how else to articulate that the email is not yet finished. Pollen.
Bridgerton.
I'm like certainly into Bridgerton now. Pauline says, I'm still very excited for Harma to get to book 5 since ironically, I really love book 5 despite the hour-long hate mail I just wrote about book 4 and 5 being too long. Either way, we will continue this discussion at the book 5 wrap-up in 3 years. Looking forward to it. Next, I forbid Harma to read the foreword of the 5th book. It's funnier that way.
You forbid it? Okay. Yeah, everyone's feedback so far has seemed to be just keep her spoiled.
Actually, I have compiled the feedback so that you can make an informed a decision as you can.
Okay,
you know, not really. Not really at all. But because remember, today you're deciding whether you're reading the foreword or not.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's all I wanted to say. Sorry for complaining so much, but I had to get it out. I could write more, but then I might not be able to stop. Also, I don't want your podcast to become a 10-hour endeavor. In that sense, you are welcome. Thank you, Pauline.
Oh my
I
God.
love you and your podcast, and I'm very excited for what's to come. Love from Germany, Pauline. P.S. Nav, I know you are tired, but you can do it. P.P.S. Slay.
Oh my God, Pauline, I love your emails. Like, I feel like you write us like once every several months, but it's always a blast. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is great. And I appreciate you acknowledging my tiredness and giving me the energy to go on. Listen, okay. So I listened to our episode for the prologue of A Feast for Crows.
Yeah.
And because that's the one where you did the predictions for all the characters. And I was like, I'm going to listen to the predictions to see how they change, right? And then like it starts off amazing. And I'm like, I'm coming up with all these smart things to say. And then as the like episode goes on, you can see me becoming more and more impatient and just being like, just say it quickly. And before I fall asleep right here on this desk, like, and like I constantly referencing like it's 2 a.m. It's 2:13 now. It's 2:45. Like,
I remember this episode.
And I was getting annoyed with myself after listening to that one episode. So I'm sorry, listeners, that I'm always tired. It's just I have been like bone tired in general for the last few months. And then when we end up doing a recording at midnight, I am even more tired. And I'm just sorry. I'm sorry, but just listen to the first half when I have smart things to say. And then mute my part and just listen to Harmut's part for the rest, because she's the one who's still awake.
Oh my God. No, they love it. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Maybe we need to like start regimenting like a time limit.
Yeah. Like
anyway.
How long our episodes can go on?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not talk for like hours before we start recording like we tend to do.
Yeah, it's just hard because we like each other and then we want to yap.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Yeah, it's okay. We all have things we're working on, and that's a thing that we both are working on.
Yeah. Today I am not yet as tired, but it's only like half an hour in, so we'll see.
Slay.
Yes. Okay, so.
As Pauline's PSPS said.
PPS,
or PS, yeah.
Next up on our list are just kind of general questions about A Feast for Crows. Like now that we've had a refresher.
Yes.
So Harmut, how did this book compare to your expectations?
Ooh, I think it was kind of like right on par with them. Like it was what I was hoping
it enough.
for. Yeah, I think you kind of hyped it the perfect amount because you were like, hey, people aren't going to like this book, but I love this book. Like, that was kind of what you said to me. And, like, I was like, okay, so I think the fact that you said, like, people don't necessarily love this book made me prepared to be like, well, it's not going to be, like, the most mind-blowing, crazy thing in the world, like A Storm of Swords was in some ways.
Well, mostly the reason people don't love it is the lack of the other POV
stuff. Yeah. Yeah, but see, I didn't know that. But like when you said that, it was a great setup to be like, hey, well, this isn't going to be the best thing in the world. But then you also like hyped it up, like you personally liked it so much that it still was like, yeah, but there's like it very much, I was like, okay, so there's going to be things that I love about it and things that I maybe don't love about it, which I think was a good expectation to come into it with because I wasn't like overhyping it, but I was excited. Right. And I think like maybe it's just your influence because who knows if I even have my own opinions at this point, but maybe it's your right? Maybe it's your influence, but maybe it's just like, you know, the way you were giving me kind of that spoilery experience of telling me things as they were happening. But like, this was great. This was hype. I had so much fun.
Yay.
Had a good time.
What was the most surprising moment in this book?
Oh, I don't fucking know. Okay, hold on. Maybe like Doran actually doing shit and like just the fact that he was like scheme. Yes, like his whole scheme being connected to like Danny and shit, or maybe like I'm just thinking. Honestly, I think that was it, cuz like a lot of the things, even if I didn't see them coming, they made sense. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like after like Brendan getting away, I didn't see it coming, obviously. Because I thought he was gonna stick around and be like, guys, we're not fucking doing this, or he was gonna like do like hide or something. But like, it's still like after it was revealed, it made sense, because I was like, oh right, of course, like of course he's gonna like go do shit. So like, I think a lot of the reveals were like that, but with the Doran one, it just kind of felt like I was like, oh my god, this is out of nowhere.
Cool.
So maybe that was more shocking.
Speaking of things you did see coming, what's something you saw coming from a mile away?
Oh, I don't remember. Oh my god. Do you remember what I saw coming from a mile away?
Let me think.
Because there were a few things in this one that I did see coming.
I mean, Cersei's whole like impending doom.
But that's not hard. Like that's like,
well, it doesn't have to be hard.
Yeah, that's true. But I think you also helped.
Cersei Jaime breakup.
Yes, okay, yeah. Except I kept predicting it in the wrong ways. Like, it somehow was, like, more epic, but also, like, different than anything I could have seen coming. Like, it was wild.
All right, we'll go with that one.
Yeah, Cersei.
What was the most heart-wrenching moment in this book? I know what it is for me.
What is it for you?
Egg, I dreamed I was old.
Oh shit, I forgot that was in this book. Oh god, it might have to be that, because I did cry for several minutes after that.
I think, isn't that the one where you like recorded yourself and we actually have it?
Yes, yeah, and like, yeah, because that was, oh god, I had removed that from my mind, because that really hurt.
You were like, you don't need to process that any longer. Just
I do think it is that, or I think a lot of like the, like, because this book is so introspective, there was a lot of moments where it really was like,
with Brienne, there were also several, definitely.
Yes, there were so many Brienne moments. There were so many Jaime moments where he would like look back on something and you'd be like, oh, baby girl. But then there was also like, I think also there was a few other Sam moments too, where it just was like all of his shame and shit, and you're just like, ugh, ouch. But also, when Sam realized that Jon had betrayed him, that also really kind of hurt. Or like, not betrayed him, but had like betrayed, like, you know,
just
like the Mance
like
Rayder
switched the babies
switch.
and not told him.
Yeah, that shit kind of hurt, because I was like, damn, these are like besties, and like, you know, like in a way, like Jon has helped Sam so much, but then also Sam has helped Jon so much, and it just sucks. It just sucks.
Yeah.
So some of those like internal conflicts, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. What was your favorite moment of the book?
Bro! Okay.
I know. There's so many.
Hold on. I think, like, the last Sansa chapter is pretty cool.
So which moment in that, though? Like
right at the end, when she's being told about Harry the Heir, and it's like, I'm gifting you Winterfell and the Eyrie, like that moment.
Right.
That kind of sent like chills down my spine, I think. Like just thinking about that happening.
Yeah.
Maybe that, and then honestly, I think it maybe has to be that.
No, that's a good moment. Because you're realizing the potential for this story to go places. And exactly. I think I admitted, like, I love Sansa, but I love the potential of her story more than what's actually on the page.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're just like, oh my god, I can't wait until she betrays Littlefinger. And it's like, girl, we're nowhere close to that yet.
Yeah. But it's okay. We can dream. That's all we have.
Like, yeah, literally. Oh my god. And then, like, yeah, like, you know, before Arya got blinded, I was pretty excited about Arya too.
Right.
I was like, slay Arya. I also loved, I don't know, like, Ariane girl bossing, even though she wasn't really girl bossing, like, she got,
Right.
she got shot down like a little bird, but that was pretty cool too. So I think our, like, 3 heroines in this book kind of ate down.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right. What was your least favorite moment?
Bro, there's so many contenders for this. I think a lot of the Cersei bullshit was really annoying. Especially, I think there was that one chapter where she was just being like, every
when they
brand
were
of awful.
torturing that poor kid. Oh, that was definitely the worst one, probably.
Yeah, and like, yeah, because it was like torture. It was her just being generally annoying, and then she wasn't even being funny to like save her, like savor any of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just was all bad. Like, and like she was being like racist and shit during that chapter too. Like, just was not a good time. I think.
Yeah, just a great big sandwich of bad.
Yeah, very much Cersei at her lowest sort of vibe.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're back to our classic. Who do you love to love? Who did you love loving in this book?
Ooh. Okay. Jamie.
Okay. Well, that's easy.
Well, what do you mean? There wasn't any, like, new people that I fell in love. Like, maybe, like, I don't know, like, Ariane, like, I don't know. There just wasn't a lot of... Yeah, like, all I got for you is Jamie. No. I changed my mind. In honor of his death, Maester Aemon.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Maester Aemon. Because it's the last book where I can say him.
Sure, that's true. Who did you love to hate?
I think it has to be Cersei.
I mean, it has to be, right?
Like, there's nobody that we more passionately, like, throw punches at, but also are, like, endeared to, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think it just, Cersei's kind of the definition of that.
Right. Who do you hate to love?
Oh, okay.
These are usually our evil geniuses, like Littlefinger and whatever.
Yeah. Who do I hate to love? Is it Littlefinger by default? Because we just didn't have a lot of them this chapter, or this book. It doesn't help that half of our characters are missing. So when we're deciding on characters... Because he did have a few moments.
Definitely am not somebody I'm thinking of.
Yeah. There was a strong...
didn't you hate to love Hyle for the longest time?
Oh, wait.
Until you eventually loved to hate him. Like,
yes. Okay, you know what? Hyle. Because I had such high hopes for that boy. And then he turned out to be just another scum of the earth looking rat. Like
they always are.
Ugh, that's the thing.
Hashtag all men.
Literally, you can never put a man on a pedestal because he will fall. He ain't got the fucking center of gravity. Like, ugh.
All right, who do you hate to hate?
Fucking Euron. Or
you
like
hating him?
Wait, hold on. Wait,
so you want to like them? Because I don't even really can't even wrap my head around this.
So you
want to like them, but you actually hate them? Yeah.
I thought it was just you hated them so strongly that even hating them isn't fun.
Maybe it is that.
I don't know. How have we done it before? I have no idea. Because in that case, it's fucking Euron.
True. Maybe, I don't know. You know what? Moving on, because this one doesn't really make as much sense.
Or wait. Or okay, but if it's my definition, Euron. If it's your definition, maybe the Hound. Because it's like, I don't want to hate him, but he kind of makes me hate him sometimes, you know?
Yeah, but the Hound wasn't in this book, really. Like, there's the theory. So, like...
That's true. See, but we're running out. I just feel like there wasn't enough characters in this book for this game.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to another email.
Ooh.
This one is from Maximilian. It's not signed, so I'm just going to read the first name from the email thingy. And it's titled Fan Mail He Him. Thank you. Appreciate the pronoun inclusion. Okay, so dear Nav and Harmith, thank you for your wonderful work. Your podcast is fantastic, and it's one of the highlights every 2 weeks when you finally upload a new episode. I even find myself checking the calendar to see when my favorite chapters will be discussed by you two. I'd probably still listen to you even if you were terrible, because I'm desperate for first time A Song of Ice and Fire reading content.
That's funny.
And Harmith is literally the only person in the world unspoiled by anything, even the most popular TV series. Meanwhile, Nav is incredible at guiding, or perhaps manipulating her. Honestly, it feels like a miracle that the only people making content like this are so talented. Sorry, I laugh because... Sorry. Thank you. That is what I meant. I'm really excited because, unlike Nav, A Feast for Crows was my least favorite book, though I still found it very good, while the fifth book is my absolute favorite. Because it's wrap-up, I thought it would be fun to share with Harmith some interesting tidbits about this book that I've picked up over time in the Song of Ice and Fire fandom. Number 1. Originally, George R. R. Martin planned a 5-year time jump between A Storm of Swords and A Feast for Crows. But he concluded that recounting 5 years of battles and intrigues through memories wouldn't work well. There's a quote from Littlefinger in Elaine 2 that I think might be a meta commentary on this.
Ooh.
So this is Littlefinger saying, "You would not believe half of what is happening in King's Landing, Sweetling." Cersei stumbles from one idiocy to the next, helped along by her council of the deaf, the dim, and the blind. I always anticipated that she would beggar the realm and destroy herself, but I never expected she would do it quite so fast. It is quite vexing. I had hoped to have 4 or 5 quiet years to plant some seeds and allow some fruits to ripen, but now it is a good thing that I thrive on chaos.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's an interesting observation that's like a meta quote, but...
Right. So imagine if the time jump had been made, and then
it's because George R. R. Martin, I think, realized that he made his characters way too young. Like Arya is like 11, Bran is like 9, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, I need them to grow up, but then he realized that you can't write a story like that.
Right. That's wild.
Yeah. Number 2, George planned to create a mega prologue consisting of all the Ironborn and Dorne chapters titled Arms of the Kraken, but he realized that starting the book with 200 pages of new characters might be overwhelming.
That's funny.
No, I think what ended up happening was good, because we did get like the new POVs like at the beginning, but they were eventually spread out. So
yeah,
I think some of the Ironborn chapters, like up until the King's Moot and whatever, they happen concurrently with a bunch of events in A Storm of Swords.
Right.
So that's why he might have wanted to put them first and all of that. But yeah, I'm glad that didn't happen. Number 3, George struggled with the prologue and sent 3 different versions to his editors for feedback. The long version, the short version, and the Rosie version, written from Rosie's POV instead of Pate's.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's funny because I was listening to our thing and we were like, oh, we don't really know if Rosie likes Pate because we don't get her POV. But I want to like read that now just to see what she thought of the whole situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most intriguing detail is that in the long version, Shiken is seeking a glass candle, not the key to the Citadel, as it is in the published version. Okay. Interesting. I don't really know how that changes things, but it's interesting. That's gonna require some thinking. Okay, number 4. In the first published Russian edition, the translation of Brienne's last 2 chapters was mistakenly based on an earlier draft, leading to some fascinating differences. Brienne didn't encounter Orjan Biter. Instead, she meets Brotherhood men, including Lem Lemoncloak, wearing the Hound's helmet and is knocked out by Gendry. And this is her thinking, it can't be the Hound, but the one who wears his helmet is probably no less dangerous than the real one. Remembering what she saw at Saltpan, she unsheathed Oathkeeper. The children, she thought. The thunder boomed, and in the following silence, she heard splashes behind her back. To arms, she said quietly, it's the outlaws. So we are. Turning around, Brienne had only time to see the club a heartbeat before it fell. The lightning struck again, this time in her head. Rain, the inn, the riders, Gendry. The darkness absorbed everything and then sucked it into its funnel. So in that case, Brienne's face wasn't injured, and it's Gendry who knocks her out. Podrick and Sir Hyle are released along with Septon Maribald, so she's not like, they're not being threatened to be hanged along with her. Lady Stoneheart didn't have Robb's crown. I think that's a good addition to have her have the crown because it gives us a direct like connection between her and what's going on at Riverrun.
Yeah.
And according to Harwin, the Brotherhood Without Banners has friends in Duskendale, Maidenpool, King's Landing, and even the twins. Ooh, the twins. That one I'm interested by.
Huh.
And also, Brienne wasn't given the choice of sword or noose. It seems she was to be saved by the old gods. Enough, Harwin. Do we mean to hang the ugly bitch or talk her to death? The one-eyed man snatched the end of the rope from the other outlaw and gave it a yank. The rope dug into her skin, lifting Brienne upward. If this is another dream, it is time for me to awaken. If this is real, it is time for me to die. From somewhere afar, she heard the clapping of wings. The carrion crows are coming to feast on her corpse. About a dozen were already circling overhead, but for carrion crows, these birds were too large. Ravens, Brienne smiled. How odd. No, it is a dream, and now she will wake. So, like the ravens, you know how, like, the ravens saved Sam and Gilly when Cold Hands came and got them?
Yeah.
I guess George R. R. Martin was planning a similar thing here.
Huh.
So then, yeah, it's interesting. Okay, a lot to think about there.
It's interesting to hear these things without even... Because I don't know the resolution of Brienne stuff, right? Well, I guess I don't even know if any of you do, but I'm assuming y'all at least get a hint somewhere in the next few books what's going on. So it's like... It's hard to think about... Or next book, whatever. It's hard to think about the potential for change when I don't even know what's going on now, like, you know?
That's true. That is true. I also can't say much because...
though.
Yeah, we're coming at it from different perspectives.
Yeah. It's cool. That's cool, though, that, like, it is wild that it was just accidentally published wrong.
Yeah. There's like, oh, but also... No, sorry.
Like, maybe it wasn't wrong?
No, not that it wasn't wrong. I was just like, oh, what is it like to be the person that does the printing for all the books? Because you get to see it before it's ever sees the world, you know?
Right, so if you're, like, a big fan...
Yeah. Or do they, like, weed out the fans? When they're like...
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh
okay, anyway. I have a question for Harmouth. How do you imagine the political ending to this story? I mean, who will sit on the Iron Throne, or will each kingdom gain independence? And if so, who will rule them? Or will the other simply destroy everything? That one probably.
Yeah, probably. Genuinely no fucking idea. Because, like, this series is... Because the thing is, nothing in this series ever feels permanent. And on top of that, the series hasn't technically ended. So I feel like I could make a good, quick prediction for what the end of book 5 looks like. But I can almost guarantee you that's not going to be what it would be if the series was complete.
Yeah, but
you know?
Imagine if the series were completed, what would that be?
What would the ending be? I think it's, like, Dany on, like, the throne of Westeros.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like... Okay, Dany on the throne of Westeros. I'm gonna go super, idyllic with this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So Dany's on, like, the throne. And then Jon is, like, Lord Commander, Kingsguard, doing his bullshit, you know?
Kingsguard.
Or...
Like Dany's Kingsguard?
No, messed that up. King of the Wall. No. Lord Commander of the King... No. Lord... Night's Watch.
It took you so long. I just like waited until you completely. Okay.
Lord Commander of the Kingsguard. I mean, maybe, yeah, eventually, because I think with that, because, you know, he's gonna go fight as, like, Dany's dragon head, and then I think the resolution of that is gonna be, like, the Night's Watch is gonna be, like, a branch of the crown, rather than, like, hung out to dry. You know what I'm seeing? Like, it is, like, it's like a 8th great house or something,
so
you know what I mean?
What about everywhere else?
And then the North has its own independence. So the North has got its kingdom. The South is, like, the Dany kingdom. Like Sansa. Or, like, Sansa and Arya. Like, but then also we have, like, Bran and Rickon and shit, because they're not dead yet, you know?
No, they're not.
So we got a lot of Starks that just need to come out of the dark, stop pretending they're dead, you know?
Yeah.
And then I think that, like, the Iron Islands is going to have, like, its own leadership. Like, I do think that most of them are going to just end up having their own leadership. But then it would be, like...
Then what is Dany ruling over?
I don't know. Like, her own little strip. But, like, I think it's, like... Okay, no. I think what I'm not explaining my thoughts well at all. It's, like, sure, Sansa's, like, queen in the North, but, like, even though she's queen in the North, she still has to, like, be part of Dany's empire.
So, like, basically how things were at the beginning of the books, where they were like, warden of the North, but still... Yeah. So not queen, then warden.
Sure, but I still, like, and I can't explain how or why, but I still think it's gonna be different. Like, either, like, sure, they're still part of the empire, but they have, like, more independence than they otherwise would. Like, it's, like, they're still part of the empire, but it's just more, there's just more independence than they had before. And then I think that's how it's gonna look for all the kingdoms. Sure.
All right, cool. So, Maximilian concludes, once again, thank you for your podcast. Yours sincerely, Max. Oh, it is signed. It was just signed in the middle. Oops. Aaron Greyjoy Stan. Yours sincerely, Max. Aaron Greyjoy Stan.
What?
Yes, here are some fan arts I find great.
Stop.
Aaron Greyjoy Stan.
Aaron Greyjoy
okay,
Stan
let's open up I'm going to share my screen. All right. So here's Max, the Greyjoy Stan. No, just Aaron Greyjoy Stan's favorite fan arts. And it's cool. So this is apparently Aaron and Yuri. Like, you know how he has that dream about his brother that died?
Oh my god. Ayo. The colors
really cool,
are
right?
nice. Yeah, the colors are so cool on that one.
And cool toned.
Oh
yeah.
God, so slay.
Yeah, and I like how his hair is almost like Kraken arm like.
Yeah.
This is apparently the Lannisters. This is very
Dude,
creepy.
What? This
right?
is so Adam's Family.
But look at
like,
little
what the
Tommen
fuck?
with his like cat.
Oh, I love him.
Oh, by the way,
God.
folks, I'll share these somehow in the show notes. Just keep an eye out for that.
Dude. Okay, wait, who is who?
Well, this is obviously Tywin. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Jaime, Cersei, Tyrion, Joffrey, Marcella.
Who's that
Tommen.
kid in the back corner?
Who is this? With the skull? Like,
who the fuck are you?
like their dead mom or something?
That would be crazy. And making her look like that?
Or like Maggie the Frog?
Oh.
Like, I don't know. This is okay. Think about it. Who could it be? Which Lannister is known to have a skull?
I don't know nobody.
I like how Tyrion has like a little crossbow. Okay, Max, tell us who is that person next to Jaime hunched over with the skull, because we can't figure that out.
Yeah. Iconic.
Yeah, if anybody else figures it out, also let us know.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the Hound's nightmare, you know?
Oh.
Ew. Sorry, I zoomed in too much to the burnt parts and creeped myself out. Oh.
Oh God.
But like it's like him playing with it, but then getting burned and killing and all of that.
God. Poor Hound.
Yeah, this is too tragic. I can't look at it for too long. Oh. This is Tommen with his kitty cats in the throne room.
Oh.
Look at him.
Tommen.
And also look at him in comparison to this monstrous throne.
That's fucking terrifying.
No kid should have to deal with that.
Yeah, agreed.
But
that
this is
so
nice.
Scary. Wow.
It's also like a, it's one of those like tour to the books representation of the throne.
Yeah.
And here we have, they have a name. The warrior sons. I like how their cloak, like the rainbow. Like, this is so cool.
Who is this again?
Like the sept that now it's got like its
army.
Oh,
right. That's what they're called. Right. Oh my God. Yeah, the rainbow's cool.
With like the helmet. I don't know how practical this helmet is, but it looks cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And the way the rest of this image is colored, like their robes really stand out. This is cool.
Yeah. Little Sylvar vibes.
Yes. And then, we've got Lady Stoneheart.
Dude, she's menacing.
Like, yeah, this seems pretty accurate to what people were describing her as, but yikes.
I don't want to come face to face with her.
Yeah. And then finally, this is Dany's dream in the House of the Undying when she sees Rhaegar and Elia, right? That was her name?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And their baby.
Dude.
Okay, what is happening? Sorry, I was trying to zoom into like their faces. Mm-hmm. She's got the dragon. This is cool.
Ooh, dude, nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Thank you for sharing on all that fan art. It's really cool. And I appreciate not having to like go look for it and make sure it doesn't have spoilers. I can be like, yes, Max sent it, so it doesn't have spoilers. It's great.
Thank you so much, Max.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Iconic.
All right. Next up, we're going to do our first set of in-depth predictions, okay? So I've broken them into, I think, 4 parts. So we have part 1.
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
Yeah. So there's like 5 people / areas kind of thing. For example, the first one is Sam plus Gilly plus Marvin plus Alaris plus like the Citadel kind of thing.
Yeah.
So give me your predictions for that.
Okay. Okay, so Marvin is gonna go. He's gonna be like, first he has to get to
Don't you dare
Danny.
yawn.
Hold on.
This is your morning time. It's like 2 p.m.
Oh my god. Okay, so Marvin is gonna be on his way to Danny. So first he has to get there, which I do think he will get there. The problem is just that when he gets there, there's like 1 billion people vying for Danny's attention and trying to become like her fucking dragon. But I do think that she's gonna give him the time of day because like it's not hard to tell that this boy's got powers and shit. Like, you know? And also he can just be like, hey, I just came from seeing like your fucking great grandpa. Like, you know? And like this is where he got trained and all the shit. Like, you know, there's connections there. Like he can he has more validity than like fucking Victorion coming in, you know?
What about the rest?
So Sam was like, I'm gonna go like drop off Gilly / like see if it's even safe, right? Because he was like, first he was gonna see if it was even like safe for her, if he could find somewhere for her here.
Well, his plan at the end in the boat was like, okay, I'll go with them and we'll check it out, and if it's cool, I'll leave them there. If it's not, I'll bring them back.
Okay, I think he's gonna go with like, obviously I think he's gonna take them there. But I think it's like not gonna work out. Like his dad's gonna be back and Wilden, or like his mom's gonna be like, you brought shame to the family, laying with a like fucking woman from outside the wall. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think it's gonna work out. And then he's gonna be like, well, I'm not fucking leaving Gilly and the boy here. So then they're gonna come back with him. And I don't know exactly where they're going to stay, but I think Alaris is going to help them and we're going to make it work. Like, they can stay in, like, the
And what about,
area.
like, Sam and Alaris and everybody at the Citadel? Like, what in that context, what's going to happen?
Well, Jaqen is there, which is scary. One of the few guys on our side is now gone to go do other shit. So it's not looking very good. Like I'm not quite sure if it's going to be like an attack, but I don't think it's going to be an attack. I think it's just going to like, I think there could be an attack from like Euron or someone, which would be bad. But then at the same time, we have the internal attacks coming from like Jaqen and shit, and we also already have like, you know, like knowledge being lost and like not being preserved. So I think it's just kind of going to be bad from all the ends, and they just kind of have to try and find like the few people on their side and like do what they can, and hopefully sooner rather than later learn that Jaqen is not on their side.
Okay, cool. Next, Brienne plus Pod plus Hyle. That situation.
Okay. So Brienne is like, yeah, I'll go kill Jaime. Don't worry. They send a couple people with her to make sure she does in fact kill Jaime, right? So now they've sent a few people with her, but then she also has Pod and Hyle, whatever. And Pod is going to be on her side, I think, obviously. But then Hyle is going to be like, yeah, we're going to go kill this fucking bitch so that we can get away. And then obviously the people keeping guard on them are going to be putting pressure. But I think, like I said before, I don't think Brienne's actually going to go kill him. I think Brienne's going to be like, I don't know, like, come with me, we'll, like, get you forgiven, or, like, let's, like, you know what I mean? Just prove that, like, you are, in fact, doing what you can, and, like, we are trying to find Sansa, and blah, 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 you know? So maybe it's just, like, they're going to try and find Sansa quicker or like something. Like, I don't know, because I don't know how it looks, because I just don't see her going and killing Jaime. Like, that would be wild. That would be wild, right? Like, sure, there's a world in which she does that.
So she's gonna like go along with it until she somehow can.
Yes.
All right.
And maybe that's delusional, but I'd rather be delusional.
And what's gonna happen with Lady Stoneheart and the Brotherhood then?
They're gonna keep killing people. And then
But, like,
eventually,
how are they gonna deal with Brienne having betrayed them?
I think they're gonna try and hunt Brienne. But I also think that, like, if she's able to find them, like, any one of her 4 kids who are alive, I think that might be enough to be like, okay, hey, you got a kid back.
So that's
other
Brienne's
kids are
strategy,
alive.
is like, I'm gonna kill Jaime, I promise, but instead goes and finds Sansa or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the only way I see it working out in her favor, you know?
Cool.
Without Jaime dying.
All right. So what's gonna happen with Sansa / Littlefinger / the whole Vale situation?
Well, I think that their plan is gonna continue to move forward, like with
Sansa's
Harry
not
the
gonna be
heir
found
and all
out.
shit. Sansa might be found out, but I think that it will be handled. I think because, like, you know, she has been overly honest with Miranda, and like, and it's not hard to put 2 and 2 together, sort of thing. But I guess I just have hope that, like, Littlefinger can scheme his way out of it, and it won't be his Achilles heel. But also, if he's not able to scheme his way out of it, like, let's say, I don't know, Miranda knows, so now she goes and tells her dad, and her dad knows, and now there's, like, rumors in the realm or something. Like, if it goes beyond the Vale, I think that could be good for someone like Brienne, who's looking for Sansa. It's maybe not necessarily good for the long game of Sansa getting power, but it could be good for Sansa getting reunited, you know?
Is it gonna happen? Like, are there gonna be rumors outside the Vale?
I don't think so. At least not soon, because I think everyone in the everyone in the Vale is able to be controlled in some way, and they all have things that they want. I think the worst that could happen is, like, Sansa's life is in danger because someone gets mad, sort of thing.
Right.
But I think it's more likely that someone tries to kill Sansa.
It's only her life. Like, how bad is that? Really?
No, but, like, do you know what I mean? I think it's more likely that they try to kill her than, like, they go and report to Cersei. Do you know what I mean? Because they don't like her anyway. So I think it's more likely that they're mad at Sansa. But also, if they find out it's Sansa, it could be good, because it could be the connection of, like, well, you're the niece, and, like, we wanted to do good stuff for Rob anyway, we just weren't allowed to. So it literally could be spun in a good way. It just is a little bit worrisome.
Okay, fair. Next, what are your predictions for Arya?
Arya, I am so afraid for, because, like, okay, like, I just literally don't even know. Okay, so is she gonna, like, okay, so is she permanently blinded? Was she temporarily blinded as a punishment? If it's permanent,
you tell me.
Is she gonna, okay, I think it's permanent. So now is she gonna continue training? Like, that's, like, a whole new way of life that she now has to learn, you know what I mean? And, like, she's already pretty, like, lost, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, like, kind of, like, the only thing that she had was, like, her stuff from home keeping her, you know, connected and tethered.
She still has Needle hidden away.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, she still has Needle, like, her stuff from home. But now it's, like, is she gonna be able to use Needle? Like, you know? So it just kind of feels like, we're slowly just kind of getting to a place where we're losing all of Arya's identity, which is kind of scary, because now, like, I don't know, like, does this mean she goes further down the Faceless Man path? Because that's all she got? Like, because also, like, no one's around to be like, hey, Arya, like, I don't know, with Arya, I just never know where we're gonna end up, because there's no one around to save her or help her.
So the best I can surmise in terms of predictions is that her blindness is permanent and she's going to continue training.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
I think so.
Okay, so that was the first set of predictions. Let's move on to a quiz that was emailed to us by Brian.
Aw, slay Brian.
Yeah, and he sent this February 14th, like a while ago.
Oh my god, Valentine's Day! Hey.
Oh. Okay, so the email starts with, Dear Nevin Harmouth, but our names are spelt vertically instead of horizontally.
Oh? What do you? That's so silly.
This is like Brian's like thing with like writing names backwards or upside down.
Right.
So, dear Nevin Harmuth, as expertly foreshadowed, here's the quiz for the wrap-up to A Feast for Crows. A keen viewer might say that this is actually 3 quizzes stacked on top of one another in a trench coat, but they would be correct. No, and they would be correct. In this quiz, you will need to identify the house or character by the castle, traditionally, house words, or nickname.
Oh,
This
God.
time around,
Okay.
I have not arranged them in any particular order. Have to keep you on your toes. Congratulations on finishing another book. It fills me with joy to be in this community and put these quizzes together. Here's to the surprisingly little left of the marvelous misadventures of Martin's Symphony of Combustion and Water in a Solid State. I love that. This is like you're speaking to my soul here. I love overcomplicating sentences with
Yes.
unnecessarily obscure words, and
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Marvelous misadventures of Martin's Symphony of Combustion and Water in a Solid State.
That's beautiful.
Welcome to the Symphony of Combustion and Water in a Solid State Symposium.
Dude, I can't. Oh my God.
I love
need
this.
to, for our wrap up episode, do you remember when I made like a storm of weapons and sex? Now I need to do whatever the fucking combustion of water in a solid state, whatever that was, that. Now I need to do that.
Yeah, from Brian. And then it's just a list of 61 terms.
That's fucking terrifying.
Dang, right. Okay, so I didn't really look at these, so I'm gonna yeah, I don't think they'll be spoilery. So do you just want to take turns doing one each?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do the
scared.
first.
Yeah, do that.
Because it's super easy. I can already tell.
Oh no, I'm
Number
scared.
1, Winterfell. That
Oh.
is, well, depends on when you are. Because traditionally, oh, you know what? He did say traditionally which house is this castle to? So it's the Starks.
Mm,
Currently
okay.
the Boltons, I guess, right? Like, because they
we
own
don't
the North.
claim that.
But
We don't claim
traditionally the
that.
Starks.
we
Number
go.
2, the Dragon Knight. Who is, I think this is the nickname, so you gotta guess the character. I
Who's
gave you the hard
Dragon
one.
Knight?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Hold on. Is this like Barristan or something?
No, this is a historic person.
Rhaegar?
Okay, I'll just tell you. It's Aemon Targaryen, who was Maester Aemon is named after this Aemon.
Okay.
And he was brother to Aegon Targaryen the Fourth, I think. And it was rumored that Aegon's kids were actually Aemon's kids. Aemon was the Kingsguard. Like, it's this whole thing. So I think that is what it is. Oh, wait. Brian sent an answer key. Let me open that.
Ooh.
Yes, Aemon Targaryen. Okay. All right. I'm just going to zoom in a lot so that I only see the the answers we
Nice.
discussed. Okay.
Nice.
Number 3. Family, duty, honor. Which house do these words belong to? It's the Tullys. Number
Slay.
4. This one you have to answer. I feel okay. Maybe I should have done this the other way because all the even ones seem to be the harder ones.
Oh no, okay.
So number
That's
4
okay.
is Cider Hall, and I will be honest, I don't know what this is.
Cider Hall. Is it a place? Like a
Yeah,
castle
like
or
which
something?
house?
Cider Hall. Okay.
Oh, think
I'm gonna
cider.
take
Where
a-
do you think?
Yeah, that's I was thinking like, okay, somewhere in the south. Like maybe like
No,
the
but
red wines
also-
or something?
In life, the what?
The red wines or something?
No.
Okay. What were you saying in life?
Like when you think of the word cider in regular life, when do you think of the word cider? In
You know,
what
drinks
context?
and
Yeah, but like
like a winery, like
okay,
Like a-
I'll just tell you. I was trying to get you to say apple cider vinegar, apple Fossaways.
oh yeah, I was not gonna get there.
Honestly, I didn't. If I had thought about it before just looking at the answer, I would have gotten it. But oh well, we'll never know. Okay, next.
This is not my type of detail oriented. Let's just say
the King Beyond the Wall. Okay, let's switch. You tell the answers.
Okay.
Who's the King Beyond the Wall?
King Beyond the Wall is Mance Rayder.
Great. Okay, number 6, Old Palace. I literally have no idea. I feel like it's a place in Dorne, but that's the most I got.
Old Palace.
So let me look at the answer.
Uh-huh.
House Martell. Oh, okay. So I was not off. Is the Old Palace the same as the Water Gardens, or is like?
Yeah.
Or is there a place in Sun Spear called the Old Palace? I don't
Probably.
know. Okay.
Lord
okay.
knows.
See, I kind of got it.
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
Good
number
job.
7, Damphair. Whose nickname is that?
Oh, Aeron Greyjoy.
Yay.
Yeah.
Number 8, the Young
religious
Wolf.
guy.
The Young Wolf, that's Robb Stark.
Oh,
Number
our
9,
king.
Ours is the Fury. Whose words are those?
Ours is the Fury. Oh God,
Yeah,
I should know.
this is not
should
as
know
hard.
This. I know it's not. I just always forget whose house words are whose. Ours is the Fury.
Storms.
Like fucking Storm's End.
Which
What was
house?
I don't know.
Seriously?
I don't know. Who has?
I will not accept I don't know for an answer for this one, because you should definitely know this. Think about it.
Like just
Storm's
like the
End.
Targaryens, like they had
No.
it, but then now like the Baratheons, now Rob has it, or not Rob, fucking Stannis. So Baratheons.
Yeah, the Targaryens never had it. Storm's End is the Baratheons' like homestead.
Sorry, brain went to Dragonstone. In my head, Dragonstone was Storm's
So
End.
you
Yes,
say.
okay, yes. No, literally it did. I was like, what's the fucking where Stannis was like had
All
his
right.
whole people before he went to the wall.
You have to do this next one because you did get the other one. Number 10,
Okay.
Hornhill.
Hornhill. Oh, this is like Tarly.
Yes. Okay. Good job.
All
Number
the T
11
names are confusing.
Number 11, Gatehouse Amy. Her mom's a dairy. Like she's like married to Lancel. So like, is that? Oh, I guess that's her nickname. Her real name is like Amory Frey. Amory.
Something
Right?
like that. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Number 12. For you, we've got Casterly Rock.
Oh my
So
god. This is for the Lannisters.
Cool. Number 13, Blank the Bold, Barristan. Number 14, Lady Stoneheart. Who's that?
Oh my god, it's Catelyn. It's dead
Yay.
Catelyn.
Number 15, The Mountain That Rides. It's, hang on, Gregor Clegane.
Mhm.
Number
Same energy.
16, whose words are these? We do not sow. SOW.
Yeah, we do not sow. Is it the Martells?
Nope.
We do not sow. We do not sow. I do not know.
The Greyjoys.
Oh! Yes. They have words. They're mad.
Wow. The disrespect.
Bro, all of their house words sound the same to me. I know the words, not who they belong to.
Well, then there's no point. Okay, next, Castle Black belongs to the Night's Watch.
Mhm.
Number 18, who is the Red Viper?
The Red Viper is Oberyn Martell.
Yes. Number
He did.
19, Blank the Gallant. This is one of the Tyrells. Garth the Gross? Garth the Gallant?
I remember Garth the Gross. I don't remember Garth the Gallant.
Garland
two
Tyrell.
Garths?
It's Garland the Gallant. Yeah, I just looked at the answer because I knew we were going to get it. I did not have faith in us.
That's fair.
Number 20. Who is the reader?
The reader is Asha's uncle, Roderick. Roderick the reader.
Yes, but Roderick Harlow, right?
Yes, I think so. Something like that.
Because they're on Harlow. I've just lost it. Okay, number 21. Lord of Bones. Oh, that's that guy. Oh my god, that John fights. His name. Oh, it's been so long. This is like book 2 stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh god, yeah. This is like a free folk guy.
Yeah.
Fucking Oh yeah, and he like hated him as soon as he saw him.
Yeah, I can't remember. Rattleshirt? Wait, that's not his real name. Get out of here, Brian. That's wrong. Rattleshirt is his other nickname. His actual name is something else.
Maybe it is Rattleshirt.
I'm gonna look it up. Okay, it's literally the wiki of Ice and Fire says the Lord of Bones, also mocked as Rattleshirt, is a free folk leader of renown. So in this case, Rattleshirt is more the nickname than the Lord of Bones.
That's funny.
The dude doesn't have a name?
Maybe not.
Like, he didn't always wear armor of bones. Like, what did his parents call him?
It's long gone. He didn't.
But I guess it's the names we choose for ourselves that matter. So yeah. I guess that's good. Okay. Okay. Number 22, River Run. Which house?
What do I? Oh, okay. I was like, what do I say about River Run? The Tullys.
Yeah. Number 23, As High as Honor. That's the Aaron's words.
Ooh. What?
Sorry. As high as honor, or as high as you can be on drugs, or number 24. Who is the Kingslayer?
Kingslayer is Jaime Lannister.
All right. Number 25. Dolorous Ed. His name is Ed Tullett.
Okay, that was so quick.
Right? No, because I. Oh wait, I looked at the answer. It's Edison Tullett. You know what? I'm giving myself that one.
Oh my god.
I get that one. Okay.
Edison Tullett.
Number 26. Who's the Great John?
The Great John Umber. I don't know his actual name. I just know his
John
name's
Umber.
Great John. Oh, okay, yeah. Knew he was an Umber. Like,
yeah.
He was one of the few guys who, like, went to bat for Robb.
Yes.
I respect him. Or his brother did. Something like that.
Number 27, Dreadfort. That's the house. That's House Bolton's fort. It's literally called the Dread Fort.
Yeah.
Number 28, Knight of Flowers. Who's that?
Ooh, that's Loras Tyrell.
Yes. Number 29, Blank the Slayer. That would be Sam the Slayer.
Ooh.
Fire and Blood. Which house words?
Fire and Blood. Targaryens?
Yes, it's so easy. Number 31, Pike. That's the Greyjoy castle. Number 32, the Mad Mouse.
Shadrich.
Yes.
That guy.
Yeah,
that
so
guy.
Shadrich the Mad Mouse.
Yeah, the guy we ran into who was like, I know who you're looking for, Brienne. Where did we see him recently? He came up recently. That's the only reason I remember
at the Vale. Littlefinger hired him.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then now we're worried. Oh, yeah. And like with the Miranda person, we're also worried about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Number 33 is the Beggar King. I think that's what they called Viserys.
Yeah.
Number 34, the Lightning Lord.
The Lightning Lord, Beric Dondarrion.
Yes, indeed. Number 35, Acorn Hall. Isn't this where Arya goes? Like, that's where, like, that nice Lady Smallwood, I think, like, patches her up. So is it the Smallwoods? I don't actually know.
Not
Oh my
sure.
god, it literally is.
That's
What?
so funny.
That was
you
like-
ate that.
I, like, just made random connections with my brain, and it worked.
That's
Wow.
so funny.
The
Dude,
neurons
could
be
not me.
firing.
Oh
Number
my
36. Who
God.
is the Queen of Thorns?
Queen of Thorns is Marjorie's grandmama. What's her? Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting to her name. Something Tyrell. Oh, it was O, right? Her name starts with an O. Oma. Asha.
Elena.
Olena Tyrell. Oh, I
All
do
right.
know her. Yes.
Number
her.
37, Hear Me Roar. That's the stupid Lannister words. Number 38, the Blackfish.
This is Catelyn's uncle. Brendan Tully.
That's right. Highgarden is the house. It's House Tyrell's estate. Number 40, the late blank.
The late blank?
Yeah,
The late...
Oh, come on.
I don't know who this is. The late...
I'll give you a hint. Always late to battles.
The late... I can't place this guy.
Walder Frey.
Oh. So was it like the late Walder or the late Frey?
Late Walder Frey.
Oh, his whole name.
That's what
Okay.
Catelyn's dad used to call him, I think. Because, like, he showed up to the Battle of the Trident late. And also he's, like, on his death's door. So basically, like...
Oh my god.
Oh my god, here we go. Storm's End. Who does that belong to, Harmith?
Storm's End belongs to the Baratheons.
Yeah, glad you got it now. The Onion Knight is Davos Seaworth. Number 43, Deepwood Mott. Which house?
Deepwood Mott. That's...
I'll give you a hint. It's the one that Asha took over.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I did know that. I just can't remember.
Did.
I did! I just can't remember who from the north fucking... Because I know it's one of the north ones that was right there. But, oh no. I don't know
The
who we took
Glovers.
it from. Oh, them.
Crow's Eye is Euron. Old
Slay.
Bear. Who's the Old Bear?
Oh, the Old Lord Commander.
You gotta give me his name.
I know, I'm trying to get there. I just needed you to know that I knew who it was. Fucking, oh god. Oh my god. And he's got the daughter who fought with Rob. And, oh my god, what's Jorah's last name? Jorah... Fuck, I just can't remember his last name. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is this man's last name? I literally
What's his
can't
first
remember
name?
his name.
What's his first name?
No idea.
So you don't have either. Then
Okay, well, the last name was the one I was actively trying to remember. I literally can't remember his name. Mormont. What's his first name? No idea.
come on. It sounds very much like Jorah.
Jonah? Jonah? Something?
No.
Jorah Mormont.
That's Jorah's name. You can't. No, they're not both junior and senior.
I don't know his name. I have no idea. I literally don't know what his name is.
Jeor Mormont.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't going to get that. I don't think I've ever known his first name.
All right, next up, unbowed, unbent, unbroken. Those are the Martell words. Which house does the Eerie belong to?
The Eerie belongs to... Oh my god. Aaron's.
Yes, that's right. Next we have Darkstar. Okay, he is a Dane. His first name is Dwayne Dane. What is his name?
He was like, "Don't compare me to Arthur."
Arston Dane. I don't remember.
No idea.
Gerald Dane.
Gerald is so stupid.
No. Okay. Whatever. Sure.
I rebuke that.
The hound's name. Give me the hound's name.
The hound's name? Sir... Wait, no, he's not Gregor. Hold on. Oh, wait, he wasn't... But then technically later, they were like... But I guess he was never actually Sir. Okay, it's fine. Gregor Clegane? Sandor Clegane. That's his name.
That's right. Okay, next we have Blank the Beauty. That's Brienne the Beauty.
Oh.
All right, number 51. Who does Greywater Watch belong to? Which house?
Greywater Watch. No idea. Mormonts?
No.
Fucking... Oh my god, I can't think of any northern houses. No idea.
It is north.
Yeah.
The Reeds.
Oh, yeah, them. Is it them?
Yeah. Well, I already gave you the answer.
Holland. I thought you were like...
It doesn't matter Holland Reed. It just, we were asking for the house name and I gave you the answer.
Okay, slay.
Don't try to sneak credit where you don't deserve it.
I was clarifying. It was not to get credit.
Okay, the Red Woman. That's Melisandre. Growing Strong. Which house has those words?
Growing Strong? The Tullys?
The Tullys. No. Theirs is Family Duty Honor. I already did that one earlier.
Oops. Growing Strong. I don't know whose this is. I have no idea. I feel like we've done all the great houses.
No, we haven't.
Oh my god. Okay. Who is left? Like the Tarleys?
Yeah. No. The Tarleys are not a great house.
I know, but I'm running out of... Because we know Winterfell. We know Lannisters. We know... Yeah, I have no idea whose is Growing Strong.
Growing Strong are the Tyrells. Because
really?
They grow shit. Like, it's gardening, growing, and agriculture, all of that.
Oh. Okay.
You were so disappointed with that.
I just, like, in my mind, theirs was, like, more epic. Like, it was not Growing Strong.
I think Olenna Tyrell makes fun of the fact that it's called Growing Strong.
Oh, that's funny.
It's not called like that. Their words are Growing Strong. Okay, who's the Sword of the Morning? That's Arthur Dane. Dragonstone. Which house does that belong to traditionally?
Dragonstone belongs to the Targaryens.
Finally. The imp, that's Tyrion. Who is the Leech Lord?
The Leech Lord is Bolton?
Which Bolton?
Oh, Roose Bolton?
Yes. Littlefinger is Pattaya Baelish. Who is Stormborn?
Daenerys?
Yeah. Griffin's Roost.
The fuck?
That's, remember we met a griffin, the guy who was gonna marry Brienne?
Sure.
Sure, you're so
This
unconvinced.
means nothing. This means nothing to me.
Yeah, it's the Conningtons.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
is it like Red Ronnet Connington or something? Is his name?
Something.
Number 61. Winter is coming.
Oh my god, the Stockwoods.
Yes. Okay. All right. More predictions now. Jamie.
Slay. Okay. Well, epic breakup, slay. Gonna go find Tommen, try to take care of Tommen. Deal with his impending doom with the whole Brienne shit. So go help and try and find Sansa, like, what's going on there. But I think for now, he's gonna be, like, just trying to deal with, like, okay, like, our granaries are almost empty, like, we need to get ready for winter, guys, like, he might even try to get people sent to, like, the wall or something, like, might try to be helpful that way. Yeah.
Cool. Cersei.
Girly better die.
So she's gonna die?
I think she's gonna die. Like,
wow.
How does she get out of this? Or, like, if she doesn't die, she's, like, in a jail cell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just rotten? Like, there's no trial, no nothing?
I think there's gonna be a trial,
no
but
penance.
I think it'll be she gets a trial, Marjorie gets a trial, Marjorie gets out, she does not.
You get a trial. You get a trial. Everybody gets a trial.
Yeah, except you, Cersei, do not get out of your trial because nobody cares enough to defend you, and do it well. And
well, my next question was, what happens to Marjorie / Loras / the Tyrells? So
Marjorie is good. Marjorie is good. She gets out. They love her. They adore her. She continues being.
Like, how
Tommen's
does she get out? Like,
queen.
they say that she's still gonna stand trial.
Yeah, but I think they'll be able to use the Cersei stuff to prove the accusation's false.
Okay.
And she's gonna be fine. And then Loras, I don't know if he's gonna make it, but he might make it.
So Loras dead.
Maybe, yeah.
Tyrell's like what's his face? Daddy Tyrell,
Daddy Tyrell.
He was bringing his army. He was abandoning Storm's End and bringing his army to King's Landing because his daughter was imprisoned. What's gonna happen with that?
Yeah, I think that after his daughter gets out, I think the Tyrells are gonna end up taking over. Like, they're gonna end up being all the places on the council, and their daughter's literally queen, and Tommen is easily manipulated. So I don't think it would be that hard to be like, okay, this guy's the hand now instead of the queen regent who was unfaithful, know?
Remember we heard that the council has reconvened and they've now sent for Kevin to be hand?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, that did happen. Okay, wait, so Kevin is gonna be hand. So I think it'll be the Tyrells trying to get in there, and then we already know that Kevin's gonna be more diplomatic and smart about it than Cersei, so he might even have a few of them on the council and stuff. So I think that should still be fine for the Tyrells. It just now they have an opportunity, now that it's not Cersei trying to block their every move.
Okay, cool. By the way, I just realized I got distracted by a stupid text from one of my group projects. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of 4 group projects and it is just overwhelming. But
Yeah.
I forgot to thank Brian for his email and the quiz. Thank you for putting that all together.
Thank you, Brian.
Sorry on
You're
Harmut's
an
behalf
icon.
for letting you down by not knowing that Storm's
Hey.
End is the Baratheon household.
Hey. I'm here to entertain, not to know things. My job is not to know things. My job is to pick up what I pick up, and that's okay. But thank you so much, Brian.
Yes.
Icon.
Okay.
Slay.
More predictions. Back to that now. Ariane and the Dorne situation.
Okay. I think that Ariane is going to try and stay put, but Girly is so, what's the word when you just need to go out and do things? Like mouse-ish? Like, I don't think of, like,
Eager.
not using, like, there's a specific animal comparison that I'm forgetting, but anyway, like, she just needs to, like, get out there and do something, so I think it's gonna be very hard for her to stay away and not do anything. Yeah, so she might team up with the Sand Snakes again, but then she also might, like, try to listen to her dad. We just don't know. We just don't know.
How is her
Also,
dad's
where's Marcel
plan
at?
to send his son to maybe marry Dany? How's that gonna work?
That could work. Maybe. It could work.
Well, that obviously, but like...
No, I'm just thinking. I think that it could work. But also, like, Dany's got a lot of prospects. So she's gonna need some time to think it over.
Okay. All right. And then finally for this round of predictions, the phrase / like river run situation.
Oh, Freys be dead. I'm shocked there's as many of them left as there currently are. Yeah, Freys are basically dying. River run situation, I think, yeah, it's gonna take something shifting for Catelyn to stop. I don't know if that's Brynden. We don't know yet if Brendan's gonna join in or stop him. So maybe that does something, but if Brynden decides to get in on the revenge train, then maybe that doesn't stop them. Maybe it just comes down to the Brienne Jaime stuff, and until then we just keep causing havoc. So,
okay.
I don't know.
Cool.
We shall see. But also,
right.
like, where the fuck's Tyrion? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Where the fuck is Tyrion? That is a good
Like-
question, which we're going to get to in a little bit. So, next, another email. It is from Sawyer. It is titled A Letter of Appreciation and Anticipation. It's very
cute.
it's formal. I love it.
Cute.
Hello, Nuv and Harmouth. Thank you so much for delivering such a quality show and this many consistent hours of entertainment. I have binged your show like mad over the last 2 weeks, from the very first episode to the very recent. I have to say, I'm insanely jealous of Nuv's position of having an enthusiastic friend to vicariously reread the entire series through. That's all I want for myself, too. I get it. But maybe you have a friend who hasn't read The Hunger Games and you're going to make that happen for us. Your podcasting skills really grew over the years, and I loved listening to how Harmut's understanding of the material grew from book to book, how her opinions changed and evolved while never straying from the true faves. Not to mention that your discussions and reactions are always so funny. When you revealed in a recent-ish episode that some main characters of the series don't appear in A Feast for Crows and Harmut lost her mind, I was cracking up in the gym. My experience of the series spans years. Originally, I heard of it because of the HBO show because the HBO show was gaining some buzz in the first season. Instead of paying for a streaming service, I decided to read the source material. The love I then developed for the series is deep and enduring, especially for my undisputed favorite character, Jon Snow.
Dude, no wonder you love this podcast.
Over time,
You're a Jon Snow fan?
He's become a favorite not only of the series, but kind of an important cultural touchstone for me. A fantasy protagonist to be remembered and analyzed along with the other genre greats. Harry, Frodo, Aragorn, Paul Atreides, and others.
Yes!
That's not to say that he's the best POV in all the books. Not at all. My favorite original trilogy, like the first 3 books, POV is undoubtedly Catelyn. To me, she kind of symbolizes the type of person who is a product of her time and her society, whose existence will not be possible after the end of the events of the series because the society as she knew it has been destroyed by the war and the Red Wedding. The point of no return. Something new has to come after that. But in A Feast for Crows, we see the bogged down in interim where those who technically won the war are walking around going, okay, how do we go back to the way things were? And they can't. Mm-hmm. My favorite A Feast for Crows POVs are Cersei and Brienne. Equally evocative and resonant, these women really demonstrate the themes of decay and desolation within the book, from up top and down below.
Oh.
Dang. I am so looking. It's literally like 20 O's, okay? I'm so looking forward to you guys reading a book 5, because I haven't told you the title yet, so I'm just gonna censor it, which is the undisputed best book in the series in my mind. Wow. I will not elaborate too much, and now feel free to remove anything you'd consider a spoiler, but to me, if A Feast for Crows is certain political and magical actors going, how do we go back? Book 5 is other political / magical actors answering that question with, nah, we're going forward quite decisively.
Wow.
Which is much more my speed. If A Feast for Crows is like circling the drain, then book 5 is like sitting at the top of a roller coaster before the big drop, and I love it.
Dude.
And because I can't avoid talking about the faves, Jon Snow is excellent in this book. He owns the book, Harmith. You have so much to look forward to. And
Dude,
the new themes.
This is all I ever needed to know. This is all I ever needed to know.
And the new / returning characters, new excellent quotes and monologues and plot twists. I have so many moments in mind that I can't wait for you to read and react to, and I will be eagerly tuning in to each episode. Hopefully this email reaches you guys in time for the wrap-up or early into the next book, and hope you enjoy the rest of the journey, which will hopefully get a reason to become even longer, if you know what I'm saying.
Dude.
Some might call this delusional and copium, but I don't know. I have a good feeling about this year. The wolves will come again. I dreamed it. Thank you both for the excellent show, and have a great day. Best, Sawyer.
Oh my god, thank you so much, Sawyer. I love that you're also a Jon fanatic. This is so fun. This is like, and knowing that like he makes the 5th book, it just, wow. I have missed him. It's been so long.
This is a good hype for the next book, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, since I'm personally missing a bit of the hype, it's good that other people are filling in for me, you know? But I bet once we start getting into it, I'm going to be like, wait, actually, this is so good, though. It was just missing us talking about it, you know?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, guys, I'm so excited to read this book. But also, I think it's hard, though, because I'm, like, dreading it, because then it's going to be over, and then, like, in this fucking, like, half-completed series, like, what the fuck? But I am really excited for the getting there, though, because I feel, I trust all of you when you say that this is, like, the best book, you know what I mean? And, like, I can't even imagine.
Oh, you don't trust me, then, when I say that it was my least favorite book.
You said it was your least favorite?
I said, I can't remember if I said exactly that. But it was, I think my reading experience was the least enjoyable with this book, but that just might be dependent on how I read it, you know?
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah, but like least favorite in a great series is still like better than most other books. So like
yeah.
You don't have anything to worry about. I'm not worried that you're going to hate this book. I just wonder if you're going to love it as much as I love Feast, you know, or
yeah. I don't know. I'm excited, but I'm also scared.
Yeah. You should be. Okay. Another set of predictions. Speaking of Jon, tell me what he's going to be up to.
Bro, who the fuck knows? Like, I think he's, like, dealing with all the Stannis bullshit and, like, trying to sort out the people beyond the wall and, like, but then also, like, prep for, like, the others and shit. So, like, you know, making tough decisions, being real sad because his, like, friend and one of his mentors is gone. And everybody dead. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, okay, like, I don't know, like, are we gonna get another, like, are the others speeding up? or are we waiting a little bit since it's still technically autumn? Like, is he gonna, like, be like, hey, please send us people here at the wall? Or is he just focused on the Stannis stuff? Like, is Stannis helping or only hindering? Is Melisandre helping or hindering? Does Melisandre know yet that the boy was sent off? Is Melisandre gonna be really mad about, like, I just don't even know. I don't even know what's happening.
Okay. You want to hear your predictions from before?
Sure.
You said there was going to be a mutiny.
Okay.
Against Jon.
Okay.
And that he's going to, like, try to make one of the people that are against him his assistant so that they, like, to try to appease them, I think.
This is so funny.
I noted
what drugs
down.
was
Let
I
me see
on?
if there was anything else.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, that's kind of it. You said that Sam was gonna be pulling because he had been pulling.
That's so funny.
So that was funny. But okay. Next up I have Stannis / like Melisandre. What are they gonna be up to?
I think they're gonna be real mad. But I also think they're gonna be coordinating with their Bolton people, so they'll probably be pretty happy about
their
that.
Bolton people? How are the Boltons their people?
Oh wait, the Boltons are on the fucking Lannister. Wait, who did? Oh, we don't know yet who they were gonna use for their people. But I had predicted that it was the Karstarks, I think. But we don't yet know.
I think so. I can't believe you remember the Karstarks. Like that's impressive to me. For you, not for anybody else, but for you.
Hey, random things stick around and random things don't, and I kind of have no control.
It's fair.
Yeah. So I think they're going to be dealing with the fact that there's no other king's blood around.
So they're not going to be
Jon.
like burning anyone, or like, you know how Melisandre is like doing her magic shit, like.
Maybe. So if, like, wow, you're doing a bad job at the wall, you're getting burnt. But, like, I really hope they're not burning, like, people from beyond the wall or anything. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't put it past them to be like, well, if you guys want to stay here safely, you need to sacrifice some of your people, you know, to the cause. So they're probably causing shit that way. But I hope not.
Okay. All right. What about my man Davos?
Dude, yeah, because we still don't even know, like, the death. Like, does he go and die in this book? Who the fuck knows? I stand firm in my prediction.
So apparently he showed up at
dead.
White Harbor.
Yeah. So he's gonna go there to convince them of Stannis stuff, and then I don't think they're actually gonna kill him.
But then
they're
what
gonna
about
say that they? I think that they said that they killed him for the Cersei support and stuff.
Okay. Propaganda.
Yes, but then he's actually with them and working with them. This is like a whole Stannis, Melisandre, Davos master plan. They're finally good at working together.
Your like main prediction for Stannis was that he was gonna be running a smear campaign against the Lannisters because he's the one who went up to the wall to save the realm and they didn't.
Oh yeah.
He kept bringing up the smear campaign.
Well, I guess his smear campaign didn't quite work. And he doesn't need it. The Lannisters have got
Cersei's already got
campaign.
that covered.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's so funny.
All right. What about Bran and the Reeds and Hodor and Cold Hands and the Three-Eyed Crow?
Dude, Lord fucking knows. Like, what? Okay. I don't even know what to predict for them. Okay, so, like, Bran's, like, getting trained or whatever. Like, so what's he doing? Like, he's learning how to fly, learning how to open his third eye.
So he finds the Three-Eyed Crow?
I think so. I think at this point he's got to have found the Three-Eyed Crow. Like, we're running out of series. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but remember, we're going back to the end of book 3 when they had just met up with Cold Hands.
Okay, so maybe slowly he'll go find the Three-Eyed Crow.
And he's gonna learn to fly?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He's gonna be able to fly, dog!
Like he'll sprout wings? Like...
No. He'll just be able to, like, use his power to fly. But also, like, I don't...
Like, levitate?
I don't think so. I think it won't be fly. I think fly will be, like... he's like in his mind, whatever, and then he can like travel places. So that's the fly of it. Like, it's not his body physically levitating in the air, it's his mind being able to travel and fly.
So Bran's like hanging out with the three-eyed crow, training to like work out or whatever.
Yeah.
What are Mira, Jojen, and Hodor doing?
I don't know. Literally no idea. Maybe they're well, yeah, I don't really know, because their whole journey so far has just kind of been helping Bran get to the three-eyed crow. Jojen's got some powers, right? So maybe he could get trained up. I don't know.
Yeah,
I literally
one
have
of
no
the
idea.
predictions you made was that like Bran's gonna learn about Jon's parentage from the reeds.
Right. Yeah, so that could still happen. They could definitely tell him. There could also be some conflict with like him trying to warg into Hodor and stuff, and like them being like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, there's just a lot of, and also he's like 8, like there's a lot of opportunity for like them to, and like they're literally kids on a journey, like there's a lot of opportunity for fighting and all the things, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, what about the Boltons and the North and like other North people, you know?
Boltons are being bitchy. I think they're still definitely on the Lannister side, even though the Lannister cause is crumbling.
Remember the last thing Tywin did for the Boltons?
He gave them something, right? Well, he declared them like the Winterfell heirs, and then didn't he
the
give
Wardens
them
of the
something
North.
else? Yeah, but that what he
sent
declared?
Them
like
Arya Stark.
Oh yeah. So they're gonna be like, yeah, guys, we have Arya, haha. So they're gonna get the Bolton bastard boy married to Arya.
Ramsay
like,
Snow.
Hey, yeah, Ramsay, that guy. So Ramsay's probably gonna be causing shit, and then maybe we'll find out who this fake Arya finally is, because you were like, oh, you might know her.
But also, who would know her? Like,
none of them?
unless we get her POV, who's gonna be like, I was walking by and I saw this girl.
That's true. Yeah, maybe we'll get Ramsay's POV.
But how does Ramsay know it's not her?
Oh, they don't know that it's not her?
Well, we don't know what they know.
Right. Because according to the world, they still have Arya and Sansa. Oh, I forgot about all that. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. In my head, I was like, they're part of the ploy. Huh. That is interesting.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's all you got.
So maybe they'll find out that it's not Arya, and then they'll be like,
how are they gonna be at ruling the North? You know, like the Starks have ruled the North for.
They're gonna fuck up. They're gonna fuck up most shit. Like,
right? But like, how are the other North people gonna react to that and all of that?
They're gonna be mad, and they're gonna be like, first you get our guy killed, now you're doing a bad job. Maybe the underground revolution isn't gonna stay so underground, and maybe
Okay.
they'll go join up with Lady Stoneheart peoples.
Right. And remember, there's still like 3 people out there who know that Jon is Rob's heir, just like kind of lost to the winds somewhere.
That's true.
All right, cool. Let's read an email from Mott's. It is also titled Wrap Up. Hello there.
Slay.
It's that time again. It's the wrap up episode. Gosh, I can't believe it's here. Anyway, I've been trying to think of something to send in, but for some reason, it was kind of hard this time around. However, I was able to come up with some nonsense, thankfully, so here we go.
As you should, Mots.
And I'm starting off with some questions. Number 1, what is your favorite POV character for each of the first 4 books?
Oh, that's tough. Okay,
Well,
number 1, Ned. Easy.
Yeah, I think that's undisputed.
Number 2, can you just remind me of all the options that were added?
Well, how do you expect me to remember?
Like, was Jamie there?
No. Jamie was a POV in book 3.
Okay.
Which is, he's my favorite POV in book 3, so.
Book 2.
Book 2, I would say Sansa, maybe, just because she's like, it's her learning what the world is, and like she gets to like see all the behind the scenes. Also, but Tyrion is a major character in that, so
yeah.
But maybe Sansa.
Yeah, because like the fucking chain and shit. You know what? Yeah. Number 2 is Tyrion. Number 1 is Neddard. Number 2 is Tyrion. Number 3 is fucking hard, bro. Maybe
it's Jaime for me.
Maybe Arya?
Right.
But maybe Catelyn, even though the grief shit fucking sucked.
And also she died halfway through.
Yeah. I don't know. Book 3 is hard because there was just so much going on and so many people. So I feel like there's a lot of good options.
Yeah.
Maybe Jaime? But I also feel like I liked book 4 Jaime more than book 3 Jaime. But I guess that doesn't stop him from being a book 3 fave. Like, I think book 3 Jaime just had a long ways to go.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, I think I enjoyed book 3 Jaime more the first time around than I'm gonna on rereads. I think just because of like the shock factor of like, this is Jaime Lannister, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who the new POVs were. A new POV in book 2 was Theon, but he doesn't show up in book 3 because he did. Yeah. So
we saw him like twice.
Who was a new POV in book 3? It doesn't. Okay, you know what? It doesn't really matter. Yeah, book 4, Cersei, undisputed for me.
I think book 4. Maybe Sansa. I feel like every time she was here, she was girl bossing, and I was kind of for it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, these are Motz's answers to those who care, as he writes. For Game of Thrones, Nadardio. I just started rereading the series, and every time I get to read one of his chapters, it honestly makes me so happy. I adore them. I can't believe they misspelled his names in the books, though. So rude. For A Clash of Kings, Tyrion. Watching Tyrion as acting hand to Joffrey in King's Landing is peak Tyrion to me. For a long time, I would have said he was my favorite POV, minus the way he treats Shay, of course. If I never read those scenes ever again, my life would be better for it. Yeah. A Storm of Swords. This one is tough. There are so many good ones. Book 3 may be my favorite part of Daenerys' story, and the same might also be true for Jon. I often forget how much I enjoy Catelyn's POVs too, and there are some absolute gems in Jaime's chapters in Storm. I honestly hate having to pick just one from the book, but this is the corner I've painted myself into by writing you this. I think that at the time of writing this, Daenerys is probably my favorite. We'll see how long that lasts though. Yeah, you know what, Mats, you're right. Dany had a lot of good shit happening in book 3.
Yeah. Book 3 was just kind of it's just hard because book 3 had so many characters and they all had such interesting things going on, and it lasted so long that even the characters who you didn't necessarily love, there was a point of their story where their POV was so fun to read. So all the POVs just kind of popped off in book 3, I think.
Yeah. And then for Feast for Crows, do I even have to say it? It's Cersei. Watching her dig her own grave in the most spectacular way imaginable is so satisfying. Brienne's chapters have Septon Maribald and Dog, though, so those get an honorable mention.
Oh my god.
And he said I might include book 5 in a separate email. I don't think he sent that, but either way, we won't tell you, so Number 2. Do you have any characters you'd like to see as a POV character in the next book?
Ooh, okay. Give me a second to think.
1.
Haha, so funny.
It is funny every time I do it. Everybody knows. Not at all tedious, annoying, or any of the other millions of synonyms for that.
I think Alaris could be really fun.
Yay.
He's so sneaky, such a sneaky bitch. I think Gilly could be a wild one because like Gurley, like seeing the way that she's seeing the world for the first time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because she wouldn't know just like how expansive everything is, you know? So like being in her head could be wild. She's also a fellow traumatized girly, so that could also be wild. So maybe Gilly.
Maybe think regions, like, so you covered like
Yeah.
Old Town. So like
yeah.
the Wall, King's Landing, Dorne, Danny's area, Bravos.
Yeah, I think Stannis could be interesting. It might just be really annoying, but it would be nice to know what's going on with him, you
Half
know?
of this chapter will be just him gritting his teeth.
He literally. And then just because there's not really anyone else at the Wall I'm that interested in wanting a POV of. Mira or Jojen could be nice, and then we could maybe also
Davos was a
John
new
mystery.
POV in Storm.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Yes,
Sorry. I just like
you just remembered, yeah.
Sorry, who did you say before I interrupted you?
Mira and Jojen, because then we could learn about
they
the
get one
parentage.
joint POV. There were just one person.
No, either one of them. I don't actually care who.
Okay.
I just want to know John's parentage.
Right.
And then who would I want, like, in King's Landing? None of them are interesting.
Qyburn, I don't know.
No, fucking no.
Pycelle.
Maybe, like, I would lose my mind. Absolutely not. I think maybe, like, Kevin. Kevin could be fun.
Right.
Those are my additions.
Cool. Well, next question. What are some new location you'd want to see in the next book? Which characters do you think would go there?
Ooh, I want to see the Free Cities and the Dany areas. I want to see Dany explore, but, like, she's kind of hanging in one place right now, which I don't love.
So, which character will go there?
Well, all the people trying to get to her, like Ariane's brother and Victarion and all the people trying to find Dany. It's gonna be fun to hope. Oh fuck! Wait, we might not. It would be nice to see more of Old Town, but if we have no more Sam POVs, so maybe we need Alaris. So I think I need a consistent Old Town POV instead of people just fucking passing through. It also would be nice to see someone in the north, like more North POVs, since all of our North POVs have left the north.
Like who? Like one of the other Northmen, like people?
Yeah. Or like one of the kids of the Northmen in the north, you know? Like just anyone who's bearable. Like I don't want like Ramsay Bolton or something, you know what I'm saying? But I do want to know like, what's going on.
Because that's what this series is about.
And then I still think it would be cool to have some like a common person in King's Landing, instead of just our royal peoples. Yeah, maybe some of those. What about you?
I can't say because I know. So, as always, I want somebody to go to a shy. Like that's kind of like a standing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I got. Okay. Now, secondly, let's bring back a classic, a game of Who or What.
Oh,
Book 5 edition.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Or what's the fuck is. Actually, I don't even remember some of these, so like
Lovely.
I can't even revel in the joy of you struggling because I am struggling right there beside you.
Oh my god, beautiful.
So Mott, send me like a cheat code. Mother Mole. Whomst or what's the fuck is Mother Mole?
Don't we have a place called Mole Town?
Yes.
Okay,
that's
so
like the you know how by the wall there's like this village and they live like underground, so they call it Mole Town.
Okay. So Mother Mole is going to team up with Jon and or Stannis to help him out, and like she's like mother of their town. Like she is mother.
No,
you know?
That's a good connection. Who or what is the Tattered Prince?
The Tattered Prince?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Tattered Prince is fucking Ariane's brother. maybe he gets to Danny and he's all in bad
tatters.
condition. Yeah. So all the people who like don't want him to succeed are like, oh my god, he's the tattered prince, you know? Like that, you know that guy that like Danny had a crush on who's like now in her service and shit? Like maybe he starts this rumor. You're frozen.
No.
Okay.
Dario Naharis. Sorry. You said the guy who's in her service, like, and then I had to like go into the depths of my mind because it's been so long since I've thought of him.
And figure out who that was.
Yes.
That's funny.
Who or what is Robert Strong?
Robert Strong. You're joking. This is another Robert bastard. And like Strong is like the nickname somewhere else.
It's not, but sure.
Or maybe it's fucking Robert Aaron, but they're gonna nickname him Robert Strong
because he's not. Like it's gonna be like a opposite of a smear campaign. A poster.
Build him up campaign.
What?
An ad
smear
campaign.
Something.
Like just a campaign, I guess.
Outline campaign. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Okay, who or what is Hop Bean?
What did you just say to me?
Hop
like
Hop
H-O
Bean. HOP-BEAN. Like Mr. Bean.
Hop Bean. I literally don't even have a prediction for this. It's Hop Bean is it's an inn that Tyrion stays at for a bit.
A good a guess as any. It's like an Airbnb. Just as
Yeah.
All right. Who or what is Grunt?
Well, that's a word in the world. Maybe Grunt is like someone's nickname and they grunt a lot. And then maybe they have to do the grunt work. Like, I don't know.
Who or what is Duck?
Duck?
DUCK.
Didn't we already have fucking... Hold on. Because we've had... Okay. Because didn't we have a goose already? Or am I making that up?
Goose.
So that it's like duck,
Wait,
goose.
I don't remember. There was like the something goose was an inn.
Oh, that makes maybe what I'm thinking of. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
The stinking goose or something? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I think my brain heard duck and went to goose.
Duck,
okay, so
duck, goose.
Yeah, exactly. Duck, I think Duck is someone, and it's their nickname. And maybe it's another nimble dick type guy where they like help one of our protagonists find a place.
Okay.
Duck.
Cool.
Duck is Varys's long lost friend.
Okay. Varys is
mermaid. It's Mermaid and Duck. It's the adventures
Cool.
of Mermaid and Duck.
Who or what is the... Hang on. Skahazadan. I don't know how to say it. Super.
Okay. I think it's a region that Dany's gonna pass through on her way back.
Nice. Okay. And then so that's the end of the ones he sent this time around. But I do have a list from
LOL,
before.
wait. Do you remember in book 1 when I was like, Dany's gonna get back to Westeros by like book 3 or 4? Do you remember when I said
you were
that?
like, she's gonna leave for Westeros end of book 1.
Oh yeah, yeah. Delusional. Sorry, continue.
Well, you guessed that at the end of book 3 you said she's gonna leave for Westeros at the end of book 4, but of course she wasn't in book 4. So does that stand for book 5?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm done predicting when Dany comes back.
Right. So Mott says about these, one of these feels a little bit mean, but oh well, no regrets. And that's what he sent this time. But I have some from either somebody sent them from before, and they were relevant to this book, so I'll ask those too. Who or what is Young Griff?
Young Griff. Is there somebody whose like house animal is like a Griffith?
Well, there's the... I don't remember.
Because then young Griff could be like young wolf.
That's true.
So I'm predicting that. There's a family whose animal is Griffiths, and they got a young Griff.
Huh. Nice. Who or what is the shy maid?
The shy maid. Ooh. The shy maid. This could be literally anybody, though. They could have named this anybody. Some girl that Tyrion comes upon on his travels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who or what is Hardhome?
Hardhome?
We might have actually heard this term, but I can't remember, so I won't say anything.
Hardhome, someone's house.
Okay. Made of bricks. It's real hard.
It's real hard. The wolf can't knock it down with a puff. You know what I mean?
All right. Okay, let's move on. Mott's has one more, and lastly, we have another game. This is Real or Fake.
Ooh.
A Song of Ice and Fire character names edition. Each round has 4 names. 3 are real, 1 is fake, and Hermit has to guess which one is fake.
Wait, this is so cute. Okay.
So, round 1. Which of the following animals is not also the name or nickname of a character in a Song of Ice and Fire?
Okay.
A. Cat.
Okay.
B. Horse. C. Frog. Or D. Pig.
Pig, maybe?
That is correct according to Mott's, though my mind immediately went to Pate the Pig Boy, which is not exactly pig, but it's kind of, you know?
Okay. Who is Hat? That's the one I can't remember.
No, Cat.
Oh, I heard hat. And then I was like, it's between hat and pig.
Well, maybe I did say hat. Who knows?
Okay, cat.
Okay.
Oh, cat. Yeah, cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Round 2. Which of the following Walders is not a real Walder?
Okay.
A. Red Walder Frey. B.
Okay.
Little Walder Frey.
Uh-huh.
C. Drunk Walder Frey.
Mm-hmm.
Or D. Late Walder Frey.
Red Walder Frey, I think.
No, that is a person. Apparently,
What?
Drunk Walder Frey is not.
What do you mean? How is that even possible?
Because they're all drunk, so it's like, who do you even label?
No one has the nickname?
Yeah.
Oh, I was so convinced about Red. Okay, who is Red?
I don't know, red-haired.
Oh, wait, yeah, that makes sense.
Round 3. Which of the following dicks is not a real dick? I mean, character.
Okay, wait, sorry, hold on one second. Someone is... Okay.
So, round 3. Which of the following dicks is not a real dick? I mean, character. A. Nimble dick. B. Horse dick. C. Deaf dick. D. Yellow dick. So you gotta remember, the rest are characters in this series.
That is why. That's the wild part. I feel like 3 of these are... Can you say them again?
Nimble dick.
Uh-huh.
Horse dick. Deaf dick. Yellow dick.
I think yellow dick doesn't exist.
There is certainly a yellow dick in this series. It's horse dick that doesn't exist.
My god. Okay. Who the fuck is Yellow Dick?
Who knows? I hope you've enjoyed my bullshit, and I can't wait for y'all to start book 5. Love you both, and I hope you have a not completely miserable existence. I I know it's not easy, though. Sincerely, Mots. P.S. I honestly
Aw.
can't tell if I'm more sad that you're done with Feast or excited for y'all to start the next book, but at least the Feast episodes are there for me to listen to whenever. That's true.
Aw.
Thank
Oh
you,
my god,
Mots.
thank you for sending all that in, Mods. It was so lovely and slay.
And now we know way more about A Song of Ice and Fire dicks than we ever wanted to.
It's wild that there's fucking 3 of them.
Yeah. At least 3 of them.
Oh god. If there's more, nobody tell me.
I wonder if
I don't
there's
need
just
to
like
know.
a random character just named Richard, but he's always referred to as Richard and never Dick, and like
Oh my god. Can you imagine?
Richard Lannister.
Richard Lannister.
All right.
That's so funny.
Now we're going to do this is our last round of predictions, I believe, so make them good.
Slay.
All right. Tyrion / Varys. Now, when I put like slash, I don't mean that they're necessarily gonna be together, but like the last time we saw them, they were together, you know?
Yeah. This one's hard because I've literally had a whole book to sit on this and I'm no closer to figuring out where they are. And that feels a little bit embarrassing because
Cersei's got better
sure-
theories than you. She's convinced that Tyrion's in the walls, so
Yeah, we're gonna start the 5th book and we're gonna find out where they've been this whole time and I'm gonna rip my hair out. All I can think of is like at some point they were with the mummers and then they went off, and then at some point they were with Catelyn and them and then they went off, but like how would that even logistically work without her trying to kill off Tyrion? But also, Kate, because the thing is, Kate, logically my mind goes to like they've crossed the sea. Like, they are no longer, like, they're, like, in the Free
Not
Cities
in
or
Westeros.
somewhere. Yeah. Like, Varys has got so many connections. Like, they're off somewhere else. But then it's hard for me to imagine how they're still tying in to the plot. Like, then that gets kind of difficult. Like, where are they? Like, is this another, like, showed up to see Dany crew? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just keep predicting that for everyone. But then also, if they're in Westeros, like, who are they with? And like, I guess because for me it just comes down to like they could kind of be anywhere. Like, I don't know. Maybe Jenna's hiding them. I'm gonna go with that. Jenna's hiding them.
okay. But then they would have to be in Westeros, right?
Yeah, they would.
Okay. Jenna's hiding Tyrion and Varys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's what Jenna's doing. What are they doing?
Okay, his whole mission now is to take down his own family.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Jenna's not hiding them, actually. But that's kind of what made me go, like, with the Dondarrion crew and, like, something, you know what I mean? Because now their missions are aligned. You know what? Okay, re-prediction. This is my final prediction. Tyrion and Varys are off with, like, the Mountain Men, and Tyrion's like, hey, you're gonna help me take down my family. And that's what they're doing.
Cool. All right. Qyburn and the small council, and like, how Kevin's gonna show up apparently, and like whoever's left.
Yeah. So Marjorie gets out, Cersei does not. And then I think Qyburn has to kind of decide, like, okay, is Kevin gonna let Qyburn keep doing his shit?
Well,
Qyburn
Qyburn's
just gonna
already
keep
kicked
it
off the small
hidden?
council, but he's still like, out there brewing evil shit and like
Yeah.
resurrecting zombies or whatever.
Yeah, so that's a little bit concerning. So maybe because of all that, like, Kevin has to at least get him on his side, like, at least a little bit. Like, hey, don't unleash these zombie folk on us, But I think it'll just be like, okay, how does Marjorie fit into this equation? Or like, how do we get money back since we're fucking broke? How do we get our reputation back since everyone wants to kill us? So I think it's a lot of putting out Cersei fires. And then also, I mean, we have the people from the Iron Bank here to collect money. So like, what are you going to tell them? What are you going to give them? So I think it's just like, Kevin's going to have to make a lot of sacrifices that he ordinarily wouldn't, just to deal with the Cersei stuff. So maybe it is like he has to end up giving like the handship to Tyrell or something, and he's just someone on the small council. Like, do you know what I mean? Because like the Lannisters don't have the bargaining chips that they once did. So
true.
I just wonder how much they're going to be willing to give up because of that.
Cool. All right, now let's move across the sea to Daenerys.
Bro, like, what is this girl up to? Okay, so she's hanging out, she's trying to, you know, like, she's trying to hang out, help the people who were previously enslaved, like, help them actually get their society going, whatever. And then the plan is, like, okay, eventually I make my way over, right? But now there's all these people approaching her, like, and, like, they're making things feel even more urgent. So I wonder if it's like, okay, I have to leave here quicker. And I wonder if it becomes a thing of, like, Barristan and them are telling her, like, hey, you have to get back quick. Now's the time to pounce while the kingdom's completely in, like, disarray and nothing's been established. But maybe she's like, no, I want to stay here longer and deal with this. So I feel like her heart's going to be tugging her in multiple places. But then now she also has to decide, like, who to trust. Like, she's let go of this big ally in Jorah. And now it's kind of like, can I trust any of these people again? Like, are they even going to respond to my authority once I marry them? Like, you know, is that all I have on, like, you know? So it's just, I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of crises there and a lot of things that can go wrong. And a lot of people that are now going to be after her, as more and more and more people know about the dragons and about what she's up to. So
cool.
Maybe some attacks.
Yay. Sounds like a fun ride.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that girl, but we'll see.
I don't want to have to do this, but I'm gonna. What about that dick Jorah? Oh, there's a dick you forgot.
Yeah.
Knots.
I think he's gonna be hanging around close by, trying to be taken back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, but maybe a little bit the least. Not all of them. The Greyjoys. So,
oh yeah,
our Queen Asha, Euron, Victarion, Aeron, like all of them.
Yeah. So Euron has sent his Victarion guy, and then he's doing, well, Euron, we kind of know what he's up to. He's raiding and, you know, doing all the shit. And I think his attacks are just going to get worse as he gets more confident and all the shit. And then Victarion is off trying to do the Dany shit. I don't know how successful he's going to be. I don't even know if his heart's going to be in the mission. I don't know if he's going to be like, actually, Dany, I've been sent here for my brother, but you should just marry me because I'm better.
Well, that's what his plan was. Like, remember at the end of his last chapter?
Yes. But, like, that was him after his brother had just commanded him. But then remember we had that conversation about how he ends up listening to his brother anyway. Like, he was built to be obedient.
That's true.
So that's why I just wonder, like, how much of that is actually going to happen versus not. And then with Asha, like, where the fuck even is Asha? Like, genuinely, like, where is this girl? Like, it's the same thing as Tyrion, where I don't even know where she is. Like, for all I know, her and Tyrion have joined up. Well, maybe she's, like, hiding with, like, Reader or something, or, like, on a different island or something. Or maybe she's hiding with, like, the Deepwood Mott people that she'd befriended and, like, she had as, like, her personal captives. Like, she could be any of those places. I just don't know where she is and what she's up to.
And Aaron Dampere?
Oh, yeah.
He was also MIA the last time.
Oh, yeah. But his whole thing, I think I'd said, like, he was still gonna try and find a way to get, like, Victarion in there and, like, get Euron dethroned. But I don't know if he's still gonna be trying
Mutiny.
that. Yeah, basically.
Okay, cool. All right, that's it for predictions. So now we just have an email and the decision about the foreword to do.
Oh, God, yes. Okay.
All right, let's do the email first. So, this email is from Tom, and it is titled Feast Wrap-Up and 7 Degrees of Kevin Lannister.
Oh my god.
Ready? Okay, greetings, Harmith and Nav. It's been a while since my last email, but I wanted to reach out before the wrap-up episode for A Feast for Crows. I just wanted to let you know that I love this podcast and keep up the great work. Also, I would like to extend my apologies to the people of Canada for my country's behavior in the past couple of months.
Oh! LOL!
Yeah.
Oh, my queen.
I can't even say apology accepted because it's not your fault. It's not your fault, Tom.
It literally...
Unless you voted for the wrong people. And then, you know what? Go fuck yourself. But I doubt that anybody who listens to our podcast to this...
Anybody who's gotten years of listening to us, you have a certain set of beliefs that do not align with that.
Exactly. So, apology not accepted because, you know what?
Yeah.
It's not your fault.
And at the end of the day, like, you guys are suffering just as much as, like, you know what I mean? All these things are going to affect...
But if, like, there's any listeners out there who don't vote, I kind of blame you more than the people who do vote for the wrong people. So... do think about that. Anyway.
Yeah, guys, please vote. But, like, at the end of the day, it's the fucking Westeros bullshit again of, like, we're all the ones who have to deal with the shit that the people at the top do. Like, as long as you're voting and doing your thing, like, you shouldn't have to apologize, you know what I mean? Because you're gonna suffer. Yeah. You're suffering so much worse than us even, you know? Like, with all these fucking orders coming in.
Appreciate that you recognize that we're pissed, you know?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, many people here believe we have elected Lord Tywin, but I fear we got President Cersei instead.
Oh my god.
You know, like,
I don't know if I would...
Tywin's not that great either, is all I'm gonna say to that.
Yeah. But, like, I understand the thing of, like...
I understand the sentiment, the comparison you're trying to make. Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, honestly, I do think it's a good comparison, though, because that is how, like, people who elect Trump, they do see him the way that they... Like, the same way that they don't see the flaws in Trump is the same way that they wouldn't see the flaws in Tywin. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So at the end of the day, it's kind of a perfect comparison.
Yeah. Okay. So Tom, like, said, like, you can edit out the last comment if you feel it's too political. It's fine, Tom. It's I mean, living your life is political, so
real.
Yeah. A Feast for Crows is possibly my favorite of the A Song of Ice and Fire books. While I think that it has the least going on, it is also, in my opinion, the best written and most introspective of the books. This is like the perfect, like, counter to Pauline's email at the beginning.
This is so interesting.
I will keep this email brief as I want to introduce a game for the wrap-up episode. Welcome to 7 Degrees of Kevin Lannister. The rules are simple. I will provide you with the names of 2 characters from the story, and your challenge is to identify the fewest personal connections that link them. Okay. For example, if the 2 characters were Joffrey Baratheon and Viserys Targaryen, then you could answer Joffrey, Varys, Illyrio, Viserys Targaryen. This would count as 3 degrees of separation. You can beat this score by finding a connection that only involves one person that both Joffrey and Viserys know. Okay. All
Can
meetings
you go first?
Wait, hang on. All meetings must be canon, meaning they either directly happen in the books or are confirmed by characters in the books. For example, you can use the connection between Sam and Randall Tarley, even though they never actually interact in the book. On the other hand, a connection between Alleras and Oberyn Martell, while 100% definitely true, is not canon and therefore off limits.
Oh, because we don't technically have confirmation of Alleras being Sorella. That's why.
Exactly.
Okay.
Additionally, if you can establish connections without using POV characters, that can count as a tiebreaker. I don't know about that. That sounds so hard. You can compete against each other if you wish, or just try to come up with the best connections. At the end of the day, this game is just a framework over which to talk about the books. I will include my answers in a follow-up email. It is possible and probable that you will be able to come up with better ways to connect the following characters than I did. I highly doubt that, Tom.
I don't think so. I don't even know if I'm going to remember who half of these people are. Like, let's be so real.
So feel free to use my answers just for reference. Okay. So do we get the game generally?
I think so.
We gotta connect them to each other by connecting people that they've each met. You know? And the fewer people you can do, the better. So the first one is Ned Stark and Arianne Martell. You said you want me to go first? Okay. Let's see. We know Ned has been in Dorne.
Do we? When was he in Dorne?
When he took Arthur Dane's body back to...
Oh, yes. Okay, yes.
Starfall,
Wow, see, guys, I'm so good at this game.
So I'm gonna say like Ned. Well, I'm making an assumption. I don't know if, like, for example, Darkstar, Geraldine. Like,
Yeah.
how old is he? Was he around when Ned was there?
I don't know.
Okay, so if he was, then Ned Stark, Darkstar, Ariane. If he wasn't, then Ned Stark. Then now I have to assume, like, who? Ooh. Okay. Wait. Who are the Danes currently? Like, whoever
Right,
Darkstar's
like, who
uncle
is it?
is. So Ned
Right.
Stark, Darkstar's uncle, Darkstar Ariane. That's what I'm
Yeah.
going with. You got
I think
anything
that's-
better?
I don't think so. I'm just trying to think of like alternate connections, and I
Like, who is Ned Dane's dad, you know?
yeah.
Like,
Well,
whoever
okay,
that
I'm
is would
thinking-
have met
okay.
Ned Stark.
I think maybe this is the same number of degrees as what you pitched.
Yeah.
So maybe Ned, Cersei, Marcella, Ariane.
Yeah. Well, Ned has met Marcella, so there you go.
Wait! Oh shit! Even quicker.
You
yeah.
beat me.
Ned has literally met Marcella. I forgot about that. Ned, Marcella,
Good one.
Ariane.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And same thing with like Ned, Eris, Oakheart, Ariane.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. We're getting the hang of this.
We got this. Okay, we
All
got
right.
this. I feel like that's the quickest we're gonna get for that one.
Well, let me open up the answer email just so we can like check our answers against it. Just cause.
This game is fun. If you came up with this, Tom, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. Okay. So Tom has Ned Stark, Tyrion Lannister, Oberyn Martell, and Ariane. Yeah, so like 4. But you beat him. You beat him.
I did. Haha.
All right. Number 2. You're going first on this one.
Okay.
Sir Waymar Royce to Brynden
that
Tully.
bitch. Oh, okay. Well, okay, hold on. Oh no, he died. He wasn't the one who met Ned, right? It was the other guy who met Ned?
What are you
That
talking
Ned-
about?
Okay. You know how Ned beheaded the guy, the abandoner from the Night's Watch?
Yeah, no.
That was like
Ned
Will or
beheaded
someone, right?
another guy. Like
Yeah, okay.
Will or something. I
Okay.
think.
Waymar Royce, who's his dad again? We know his dad. Or his like uncle or something.
Bronze
like the
Jon
Romers.
Royce.
Bronze Jon Royce. And what does he do again? How do we know him?
He's a lord in the Vale.
Yes, okay. Wait, and who are we connecting him to?
Brynden Tully, the Blackfish.
Brynden Tully. Okay, cool. Okay. So, Sir Royce to Waymar Royce.
No, wait. Sir Royce and Waymar Royce are the same people.
What? But isn't it a different guy?
What are you talking about?
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Bronze Jon Royce. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, yes, you're right. I said it wrong. Okay. Sir Royce, like Sir Waymar Royce,
Mhm.
connected to Bronze Jon Ronwood Royce, that guy.
Ron- There's no Ronwood in there.
Okay, I thought it was... Okay, I think I'm mixing up guys. Okay, so that Royce. And then he is well, we know for a fact that he's met Littlefinger. And then we know for a
Mhm.
fact that Littlefinger has met Brynden Tully. So that's my connection.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Sure. Now, my thing is, Brynden Tully was in the Vale. He was the Knight of the Gate.
Uh-huh. So he would have met that guy anyway, you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying like he might have even met Sir Waymar Royce himself. But if
See,
not
but that's
that,
assumptions. So I didn't
exactly.
wanna-
If not that, then we know that Sir Waymar Royce and Sir Bronze Jon Royce stopped on their way to the wall in Winterfell. So then I'm going Brynden, Catelyn, Royce.
Oh. Like that very first Royce would have met Catelyn?
Yeah, because Bronze Jon Royce took his son Waymar Royce to the wall, and they stopped at Winterfell on the way.
Did we know this?
Yeah, we knew this because Sansa's like, oh, he met me that one time when he was taking his son to the wall.
Oh.
So I got
smart.
3. I beat you.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
Slay.
Number 3, Asha Greyjoy to Renly Baratheon.
Oh God.
Let me
Asha
think real
Greyjoy.
hard here. Wait, let's look at Tom's answer.
Mhm.
Waymar Royce, Bronzion Royce, Liza Aaron to Brynden Tully. So yeah, that's also that's kind of the way you went about it.
Yeah. So Asha Greyjoy to Renly Baratheon.
Yeah, but I'm doing this one first. Let me think.
Okay.
Okay, so Asha to Theon. Theon to Sansa to Renly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could pretty much like put like Catelyn, Arya, like whoever in the Sansa place, but like
yeah, even someone like Robert, Cersei, because they all came and visited, and then
yeah.
I'm just thinking if there's a quicker one, but I don't know if there is.
Let's check Tom's. It's Asha, Theon, Catelyn, Renly. Yeah, so basically what I said. I think that is the closest we can get there.
Yeah,
right,
I think it's just because Asha hasn't met any of our people, so there's no way to make it one less. Right.
Strong Belwas to Tywin Lannister. I can do this in 3.
Okay, wait. Strong Belwas was the guy that was sent by, Illyrio. Yeah, he was one of Illyrio's people. Okay. And we're getting him to Tywin Lannister?
Yeah.
Okay, Belwas, Illyrio, Varys, Tywin.
Well,
that's what I got.
Belwas, Barristan, Tywin.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Wait, did Barristan show up around the same time?
Well, Barristan showed with Belwas. He was pretending to be Arstan Whitebeard, his Belwas' squire. So
yes. Oh yeah, good one. Good one.
All right. So Gilly to Robert Baratheon.
Oh God.
Oh, this is easy. Gilly John Robert Baratheon.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get any closer than that.
There's no way, yeah. I was thinking that too. I was like, oh yeah, like they all visited the Wall, so it could be any of them. Or not the Wall, visited Crasters, so it could be any of them. Slay.
Not they all.
Like,
who all the knights visited Crasters who also met Robert?
I meant them all as in, like, all the brothers. Like.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right. 6. The elder brother to Ed Tullett.
Huh?
The elder brother is on the Quiet Isle. Brienne visits him. He's the one who tells her that the Hound is dead.
Oh, okay. Okay, him. And then him to Ed Tullett, like at the Wall.
Yeah. I'm also... Oh, wait. Tom's answers for... Wait, what? Okay, so for Strong Belwas to Tywin, he said Barristan Tywin. For Gilly, he said Gilly, John, Ned, Robert. No, John met Robert. You're forgetting, Tom. I guess, like, I guess it depends on your definition of meet, because they didn't, like, sit at the same table and have a conversation necessarily. So I guess
but, like...
I count it.
Yeah, I count that.
All right.
Okay, Ed Tullett.
Do you give up? Just do the longest one. Like, it doesn't matter. Just connect them.
Okay. Okay. Brienne, Catelyn, John, Ed. Tullett.
Okay. I was thinking elder brother to the Hound, because we know he found him dying,
Yeah.
to John, to Ed.
Oh, that's good.
Right?
I
Okay,
think
let's
that's
see
the
what
quickest.
Tom had. Elder brother, Hyle Hunt, Sam Tarley had Tullett. Okay, I didn't know Hyle Hunt met Sam, like, for a fact. Okay, cool. All right, next one. Mance Rayder to Rhaegar Targaryen. Okay, so we can't use theories. You can't be like John. Well, also, we don't know if John ever met Rhaegar, so...
Right.
Okay. Well, okay, wait. No, this is not that hard. Let me just confirm my brains. Okay, depends on our definition of meat.
Okay.
But like Mance Rayder, Ned, Rhaegar, because Mance Rayder snuck into the hall when everybody came to Winterfell to sing. Remember that?
Yes, he did do
so
that.
So if not that, then Mance, John, Ned, Rhaegar. But like,
yeah,
if we count him like meeting as being in the same room, then I say 3 degrees. Can you do better?
Yeah. No, definitely not. I was gonna say the same one, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Number 8. This one's for you. Xaro Zoandoxos. Remember, guy from Karth?
Sure.
And Nimble Dick Crab.
Oh, God. This is fucking weird. Okay. The guy from Karth, did he have any characteristics? I don't remember this specific guy. Like, what was he up to?
Sorry, say that again.
Was he the one who was the Karth guy the one who was like, marry me, and like he just showed her around and then like tried to betray her? Okay. And then, sorry, who are we matching it to?
Nimble Dick.
Nimble Dick. Okay. Okay, so who do we know that's met Nimble Dick?
I came up with one.
What?
It's not short, but it is one.
Okay, what is it? I can't even think. I'm like, how are these people connected?
Nimble Dick, Brienne.
Uh-huh.
Randall Tarley, Sam Tarley.
Uh-huh.
Captain of the Cinnamon Wind.
Oh, God.
Xaro Zoandoxos. Or Danny Xaro Zoandoxos if the captain didn't directly meet with Xaro.
Yeah.
That's a very long chain, but
that might be the only one we got, though.
Yeah, okay, let's see what Tom says. For Mance Rayder, he had Mance, John, Ned, Lyanna. Like, Ned met Rhaegar, like the tourney at Harrenhal, remember all of that? So I think you can actually skip out on one of those there. Xaro, Jorah, Catelyn. Wait, Jorah and Catelyn have met, yeah. Brienne, Nimble Dick. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
See, I think that's the one that I kept trying to find in the back of my head because I knew that like Jorah had met some of our people. Hey, no, I'm being honest. No, because that's why I kept getting confused because I was like, I know that like Jorah has met someone that could be useful, but I just can't remember the specifics of that. So I think that's what I was trying to get at.
No, fair. Okay, final one. Ramsay Snow to Miri Mazdur. Okay.
That's fucking crazy. Okay.
This is very long-fetched. Okay, so Ramsay Snow, who has he met? The only one I know is Theon, like... or, like, Bruce Bolton, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, who was the lady Ronwood? Hornwood. Lady Hornwood.
You're thinking of Lady Ironwood?
Mm-hmm.
No, not Ironwood. Yeah, Ironwood is a house. It's spelled with a Y, though.
Oh, okay.
But it's in Dorne, so I don't know which one.
Okay, yeah. I think I'm just thinking of Lady... What was the name you said? Lady Hornwood? Hornwood, okay. Hornwood. Wait, sorry, who are we trying to go back to?
Miri Mazdur.
Miri Mazdur, okay.
So, Ramsay, Theon, John, Sam, Marvin, Miri? How is that?
Maybe.
How many is that? Ramsay, Theon, John, Sam, Marvin, Miri Mazdur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 degrees. Okay. And I was also thinking of something like Ramsay. What was I thinking of? Now I can't remember. I don't know. Have you got anything better?
No. I can't even connect them.
Yeah, that's all I got. Well, we could also do like the same thing as about like Ramsay, Theon, Catelyn, Jorah, Miri Mazdur. That's 5.
Yeah, that's less.
Ramsay, Roose Bolton, Qyburn, Marvin, Miri Mazdur. Oh, that is the other one I was trying to do is with Qyburn. Yeah. Roose Bolton, Qyburn, Marvin, Miri. Okay, so I got 5.
Oh, yeah, because they would have met at Harrenhal.
Yeah. Okay, that was fun.
Dude, this is tough, but fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Thanks,
it genuinely,
Tom.
because it forces me to remember where everyone's been and who they've talked to.
Yeah. His email, that's where the email ends. It's just signed off. Cheers, Tom. Thank you. That was fun. That was interesting.
Tom Slay. That was like an amazing
I want to
game.
do that again.
I do.
It really makes you think about like all the things you know about the book.
Yes.
Or books.
It's like it feels like a perfect final exam question where you have to like use all your knowledge at the same time.
Yeah. All right, now let's talk about the next book a little bit.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
So the next chapter, no, not the next chapter, the title of the next book, you've actually been spoiled on this a couple times accidentally.
Oh yeah, and then I've had to like wipe it from my brain.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if you still remembered it. Because we were on like the restricted section once and Christina said it and I did the whole la 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 thing.
Yeah. I think, oh wait, sorry. I did something in my headphones, but we're good now. I don't know. I feel like remember. I feel like it's like winter something. That's what is in my mind.
Not. The 5th book is called A Dance with Dragons.
Ooh.
Shortened
A Dance with Dragons?
ADWD. Yeah.
Wait, what was the last part?
I was just saying that like shortened it's ADWD.
Oh my god, that's gonna be our little symbol. Like, that's gonna be our little acronym for it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So,
Dance with
any
dragons.
thoughts on how we're dancing with dragons?
Oh my god, that's exciting though, because then that means this is like very Dany based. Which makes sense. If like half of our characters if none of the characters...
Unless Tyrion is a secret Targaryen, unless Jon is a secret Targaryen, unless Bran is a secret Targaryen. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so exciting, because then it could also be like, this is Bran learning to fly, this is Jon learning he's a Targaryen, this is, I don't know how Tyrion connects to the tree, I don't know, Tyrion learns how to do ballroom dancing, so he's got the dancing part of it covered, and then we got like Dany...
Well,
Dany Dragons.
We've heard like a similar phrase before. The Dance of Dragons is the name of the civil war between Targaryens.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And this is a dance with dragons, so.
Ooh. And what's that one called? Like the war?
A Dance of Dragons. The Dance of Dragons.
Okay. Huh, so maybe this could also be like shit's going down with the dragons. Like people are coming after the dragons and we need to... Oh my god, wait, this is so exciting. Now I'm like, what could happen in this book?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Dance with
So now that you know the
Dragons.
title, let's talk about this foreword debate. So there was a
Okay.
poll and people did answer. I just didn't really look at the poll, so that's my bad. It's not that I didn't look at the poll. It's I didn't click over to the tab where it showed the answers. I just kept looking at the one where it showed the questions. And I was like, nobody's answering this. In my like, you know, drug-induced hallucinations or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So 15 people voted in the poll, and it was 60% votes for yes and 40% for no.
Yes for being told?
Yes, you should read it. No, 40% no, you shouldn't. And here are the arguments. I have the no ones first just because that was the first one that came up. But somebody on YouTube said that you would get more joy from not reading it.
Really?
So that was their argument. Mick Foley on Discord said that when it comes to the foreword, my vote is to not read it. That will stay with the structure that this podcast has had so far, and it will be in line with how Harmut's reactions have been.
Okay.
And Justin, also on Discord, said, I don't have a strong opinion on the foreword, but I'd say, Hermit, if you're not dying to read it, I don't think skipping it will affect your enjoyment of the 5th book. You only get one first read, but you can always go back with more context. Okay? So those are the arguments that people have, like, elaborated on for why you shouldn't read it.
Okay.
For why you should read it, MS Rose says you should read it because it's at the beginning of the book and it'll facilitate an interesting discussion and speculation about what's going to happen in the book, which wouldn't happen like more than halfway in otherwise.
Okay.
Fuzzy said that they voted yes on the grounds that it's at the start of the book when you open it, and concealing it would be a level of spoiler aversion more extreme than a normal first-time reader who would simply open it up and see a helpful message from George.
Okay.
Brian says that having not read A Dance with Dragons yet, I think the foreword is fair game. I basically fall in the camp of anything a reader would have known at the time is fine. Mott's... Oh, actually, this is in the wrong section. Mott's says I'm inclined to say no, even though he himself has never read it.
Okay.
I know he's read the book, so did he? I guess he just skipped it, or I don't know.
That's so funny.
So it's, yeah, like those are the arguments. At the beginning of this, I was like, well, I think MS Rose brought it up, and I was like, what? No, of course she's not going to read it. That's not how we do things here. We gatekeep everything, right? But now I'm kind of like, everybody's kind of, there were some other things people said, like in the spoilers that I can't really read to you, but basically, if I'm okay with either way.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be happy whatever you choose, but it's, you gotta choose.
Okay. I'm gonna regret this, but I think that I shouldn't read the foreword.
Okay, so you're not going to read it.
I'm not going to read it. So if you want to cover that bitch up,
I will cover it. I'll give you one, like, chance to go back on this decision, which is like, if you decide by the time you read the first, like the prologue, the first chapter, whatever, if you decide by then we may read it. But like, if after that, you're just gonna have to stick with your decision, okay?
That's fine. Okay, I have a question. So is it like you wouldn't tell me until the end of the book, or is it like the thing in this book where once it comes up, we could talk about it?
Yeah, that.
So, okay, so it's not like I wouldn't know until the end of the book. I just wouldn't know until like, for like half of the book or like 3/4 or whatever it was. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. As long as we can talk about it when it comes up. That's what's important.
Listen, everybody, you're making this decision, and I'm also giving you a chance to unmake this decision, but after that, we gotta stick to it, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I just need to know that, like, you're not gonna actively keep me in the dark if I, like, figure out what's going on. You know what I mean? Not that I think that I will, but okay, cool.
All right.
I think that, like, I do agree, like, it's more, it keeps with our tradition, and I think I agree with the thing of, like, there's only one time to do it unspoiled, and sure, maybe this is, like, even more spoiler version than, like, a normal reader would have, but I think, like, honestly, most of this podcast has been more spoiler version than an ordinary reader would have. Because, like, an ordinary reader would know the book
not
names.
letting you know the names of the books.
That's what I'm saying. Like, stuff like that. Like, at the end of the day, that is kind of our brand. And I think it's okay if we, like, stray away from it sometimes. Like, how you would tell me so many theories and stuff in the fourth book. Like, I think it's fine that we did that. I don't think it, like, ruins our authenticity or anything. But I just think, like, if we can, it's okay for me to be restricted a bit more. I think I'm just used to restriction. That, like, I'm like, do I even want to know what this big deal is?
You like your gilded cage.
Maybe. The closer I get to getting out of it, maybe I kind of crave it a bit more. I don't know, you know? And I also think it's gonna be a damn good... It's just gonna be fun to figure out what the fuck this thing is, you know?
All right. So you heard it here first, folks. We're not going to read the foreword unless Hermit decides by the time we read the first chapter or whatever. But, you know, we'll see. For now, we're not reading it. And our next next episode, at least one, we'll do at least one episode of Game of Thrones, the show. Maybe
oh my god,
we'll
I
do
forgot
2.
we were doing that. Yes.
So, yeah, because we don't have any Dunk and Egg books to read because it's done. Although really the new Dunk and Egg series will be coming out, but we don't know a date yet. Like, it's sometime this year. And I don't know if I can let you watch that live. Like, I don't know if there's spoilers somehow, you know?
You would need to go through it first. Vet it first.
Exactly. But it would be nice to kind of cover something live with you. And I feel like Dunk and Egg is like the... Like, we've read all the Dunk and Egg books. So, like, that's the one we've, like, actually completed, you know? Yeah. So, it might be nice to, like, cover that live with you. But we'll see. No promises of any kind. So, look forward to 1 or 2 episodes of the show being covered, and then we'll read probably like the prologue in chapter 1. I haven't not gone through the book and like divided out all the chapters, but I will do it and it'll happen. So the last thing I wanted you to do was, do you have your book with you? Feast for Crows? Can you read us the back of it? We'll just see how accurate or not it is, you know?
Okay. The 4th book of A Song of Ice and Fire. The Lannisters are in power on the Iron Throne. The war in the 7 Kingdoms has burned itself out, but in its bitter aftermath, new conflicts spark to life. The Martells of Dorne and the Starks of Winterfell seek vengeance for their dead. Euron Crowseye, as black a pirate as ever raised a sail, returns from the smoking ruins of Valyria to claim the Iron Islands. From the icy north, where others threaten the Wall, Apprentice Maester Samwell Tarly brings a mysterious babe in arms to the Citadel. As plots, intrigue, and battle threaten to engulf Westeros, victory will go to the men and women possessed of the coldest steel and the coldest hearts. Colossal, staggering, Martin captures all the intoxicating complexity of the War of the Roses or Imperial Rome.
Cool. Although, like, the mysterious babe, like, they're really giving that away, right? You know?
Mysterious babe is crazy.
Yeah. Oh like, God. We don't realize that it's a mysterious babe until, like, you know, not that long into the book, but still.
Yeah. Significant, like, enough that, like, you're telling me mysterious babe, like...
Yeah. Like, I have no idea, no reason to side-eye this babe until you make me.
No wonder you don't let me read these.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're so
don't read the other ones either.
Okay, sounds good.
Although I'm looking at it right now and it's not really, it's not that spoilery, really? But like, I still don't want you to read it because I want you to read it after, you know?
Ah, I see. Oh my god, this is so weird.
You know, yeah. You know how there's like the next book I have for you is in 2 parts? The second part is spoilery. The first part is not. It's weird.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I guess that makes sense.
yeah, but like if you're buying, you're gonna buy them both. Like you're not gonna buy just the one. Like who does that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was the wrap up, everyone. Thank you so much for all
Aw.
your emails, and keep them coming even when we're not doing a wrap up. We love getting emails. They're our favorite part. Our email is popculturesymposium@gmail.com. And of course, join the Discord so you can get in on these debates and like make your thoughts be known, all of that. And follow us on Instagram. I think Harmith has some reels or something cooking. I don't know. She doesn't tell me, but she might tell you if you follow. So follow us on Instagram @popculturesymposium. And until next time, farewell, my friends.
Talk to you later.